every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing.
Me?
We want you to smoke the natural herb.
Sweet.
Some call it marijuana.
Sweet.
Some call it sesame.
Sweet.
Some call it lamb's bread.
The tea.
And some people call it
We'll just keep it there. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the Adam Dunn Show. I am your host, Adam Dunn.
I'm Dave Charnick.
We're live on site here at the Cowboy Cup. Oh, man.
Are we live? Somebody tell us we're live. Somebody
live.
out there
We're
in
official.
Interland. Oh, look at Mark says
Interwebs
yes.
says we are live.
Yes.
And we are on site. The first people at the thing. It was amazing. Did we break all records today, guys, or what? Huh?
You guys were the first people here. Why? Because you slept here.
Yeah. we forced majeure.
Oh, this is your boy is fucking on point.
Yeah,
Look,
well, that's
look
Kyle.
at that.
See, that Kyle brings the quality right here. He knows what's up.
All right.
And hold on a second. I have to give Benjamin the heads up that yes,
We're on.
we got the shirts. I haven't seen them yet, but we got them.
I'll put it on because all I'm in is a sweatshirt right now, and it is going to be fucking hot in
you
here in
got
about
yours? You
15
got yours
minutes.
already?
No, from who? When?
I know Daniel's supposed to have them, so we're gonna check them out. But they did come in. I know they came in, so
Yeah, you didn't hear
I
me.
was hoping to have them on during the show, but we'll see.
Mark wants to talk to us.
Hi.
Something's wrong.
No, I opposited this sound, and he looked over.
They can hear it. The people out there in Neverland can hear the sound.
They hear it all. They hear it all.
Oh, I know all about that.
But yes, let's see.
All right, Chop, I'm opening with yours, buddy.
Hello.
All you.
There you go.
All you. So look, we had him turn the music off, so there's like 3,000 people here at the Cowboy Cup all fucking pissed off because Vinny needed the music off.
Oh, we went in and
so
we
just
shut her
fucking
down.
turned it off.
Shut her down.
Thanks, Vinny.
Thanks.
Hey, if anybody wants the music back
Oh,
on, it's
by the
Vinny's
way-
fault.
What's that? What are you doing? What's going on? There's only one what?
Never mind.
Oh, you can't talk to me while I'm on the show.
I
expect
know,
me to
that's
answer
what-
you. That doesn't work
I
that
know,
way.
it doesn't work. That's what I told him.
So
I thought this was the breaking of the
one
fourth wall.
band-
It was the fourth wall.
Oh.
So, have you ever been in a band, Vinny?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
'Cause somebody said that to me once or twice on the air. you
Thanks,
know?
buddy.
Have you ever been in a band? Just
the
wondering.
band is calling. That's the problem. Is the band is
Hey,
looking for two
hey,
beds.
okay, how about this? Vinny, fuck, not you. Willie,
That's
fuck
not-
you.
that's not
Yeah,
Willie.
right?
Oh,
We
is
got
that
air
Willie?
mattresses.
It was Willie's room.
Okay. Well, anyway, he's not here, so that's no problem.
You know.
We'll fix it by tomorrow. How's that? Ba-da-bum-bum.
Dun.
Problem solvers 101. That's what my job is when we come to these events. Is I have to make sure everyone realizes that there are problems in life. Like I had the greatest mystery of the universe happen to me today. Tell him, Mark, what happened.
The greatest mystery of the
Oh.
universe.
Tell him. You were here. You
Oh,
witnessed.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Mark. Are you
You
gonna?
witnessed.
You have to be very detailed in this story.
No, you witnessed
no,
it.
no,
'Cause this is a
I witnessed
Hanukkah
it.
miracle.
So I woke up and I tried to deny a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know why, because I brought
and
my
then-
home. I brought my espresso machine from home, which is like.
I
You're
know.
interrupting him, Adam.
I know.
Let him tell the
I
story.
know, but you have to give them.
I know. He brought his whole
Thank you.
espresso machine from home.
Yes.
And
Can't live without it.
And I said no to the coffee, and he said there's no more no's today, and so I've been dealing with that. And
No more no's. You
No
heard
more
that?
no's.
Okay,
That's-
so you
So-
guys got the whole story.
No,
there you
no,
go.
no,
Hold on.
no.
He made like 5 cups of coffee. Like
More.
everyone.
No, no, no,
no.
It was like 5 to
You
10.
don't tell a
It was
very good
5 to
story.
10 cups of coffee.
I
something
made
like
5
that.
for myself last night at 3 in the morning when I had to make the
Yeah,
flyer.
that's
dude.
the
I got
thing.
here
So
and I was like, God,
There's
I
a total
flyer.
of like 10 to 15 coffees made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Successful.
Okay, successful.
Successful.
coffees.
No problem.
Tasted great.
With
Boom.
I had a
liquid
great
in them.
coffee this morning.
Unbelievable.
It
I
was
was so
amazing.
happy. I was like, this is going to be the best festival ever because
Last
I have
coffee.
unlimited coffee.
Last
Oh,
coffee.
Who
he
did I
goes
make
in-
it for?
For Dave.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. It's
Yeah.
Dave's
Oh,
coffee.
Dave
that we
wants
So
it.
wait, hold on a
Yeah,
second.
yeah,
Did
he-
Dave know a coffee was being made?
No, I was going to be
No.
super nice
Out
and
of the
bring
goodness
you
of your heart.
goodness of my heart, bringing him a coffee.
Yeah, just
right?
make him one. Just
And
to-
then what
That
happened,
fucking
Mark?
guy.
What happened,
Yeah.
Mark? Right after that?
Well, we found out that he actually brought the wrong. What is
No, I did not bring the wrong.
No.
It fucking transformed.
It transformed,
in
dude.
front of your
because-
eyes.
Yeah, I mean, it was working.
Tell him what it's called because you looked it up. You're a master.
Oh yeah,
of
it
now.
was a Porta-Filter.
Porta-Filter. So
Porta-Filter
anybody out there that drinks
basket.
coffee and understands what a porta-filter is, you understand that that's the most crucial part of the entire machine
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's the difference between having coffee or
And
not
not.
having coffee.
Yeah.
Right?
So a couple of people did come up to me today and say, "Hey, that guy over there that you were hanging out with, is that Chris Angel?" So maybe that's it.
Maybe. Well,
Adam is Chris Angel.
Yeah.
He pulled a complete
It was
fucking
crazy, dude.
No, the whole
little
thing-
transformation thing, and he turned the tamper thing into an elephant.
No, it turned. Okay, here's what happens: is when you buy an espresso machine, and I'm going to tell this to people out there who maybe don't have one. I'm going to give them an explanation.
Yeah.
You get a whole bunch of different things. You get a single, a double,
Yep.
and then you get this one which is like closed off. And the idea is these are like filters that go inside of the little handle deal that the guy bangs in front of you at Starbucks or wherever, and makes you, whoa, that guy's really good at what he does. He just bangs
So you can
shit.
clean your pipes.
So anyway, they come with this one, and I swear to God, as I left the house, I said to myself, Adam, don't fuck up and bring the wrong stupid thing, because you will get there and it won't even have a hole in it. It's designed to back pressure the whole thing and turn it into a cleaning system or whatever, right? So anyway, I'm here making it. I only brought one with me. Somehow the one I brought made 10 great cups of coffee, whatever, turned into the thing that I thought you should not bring. Like, it magically just transformed. And we were like, what the fuck?
We looked
dude?
all over. I mean,
There was nothing in here. It
The
was like-
RV's only so big.
Hold
and
on,
we
let
looked
me just,
everywhere.
for anyone out there who wants a visual.
and I know this
we
is
didn't just look
complicated
all over.
and it's not about weed and everybody's freaking out.
No,
But
we didn't
we're-
look all over. They looked in every coffee cup.
I looked everywhere. In the trash.
He put his fingers through the used grinds, thinking that
went
maybe it
nuts.
fell out.
It was gross.
I went nuts because it was like the beginning of a festival where you're like so happy because you know you're going to have coffee the entire festival. And then I was
Right.
like, oh my God, I'm not. Luckily, I figured it out. But at the end of the day, it was like, it's gone forever. I had to go replace it, which was really crazy. But luckily, you know, it was available locally in some wacky way. So that's how things go. But it made me leave the festival grounds to go get my coffee grounds figured out. Like, I must
Yeah.
get the coffee. And it was just like, yeah, it was a mission and a half. But anyway,
Yeah,
Well,
you
how
would've
about
thought we were looking
everybody
for weed.
besides all that,
Click that like and subscribe button
like
for the
that-
coffee.
That was an Adam Dunn story you've never heard because it happened
Never
today.
heard that.
It was fresh. There wasn't a, hey, it
That's
didn't
fresh.
start with back in Amsterdam. It didn't
Oh.
start with 30 years ago.
Right.
It didn't start with 20 years ago.
No.
No.
And all I've done so far at this show is talk to people who have no idea. Oh, a couple of people actually knew who we were, but a lot of people who did not know. And it's just funny because you're talking and you're like, oh my God, there's so there's too many layers to this shit, right? They're like, so what do you do? It's like, But then I had one guy who was standing there and he's like the Adam Dunn. It was like the biggest thing ever.
Hey, why do you go, yeah? Did
was
you
like-
see me ever play ball?
I was like, yeah, of course.
Used to play baseball.
Yeah, dude. The Adam Dunn.
The Adam Dunn, which it doesn't mean me at all. So right now you guys are lucky because we're in a lull. We got bluegrass going on, so it's actually pretty damn
I don't
good.
know if
in
you
the
can hear
background.
it or not.
You might not even be able to hear it. But
We might be
before,
doing good.
like if we were to go on at 4:20 this time, it was impossible. It was like
Impossible.
pure bass. And there
Pure
might be a
bass.
point during the show where everything changes, and I go, hey guys, it's over right now. But what we will do, and I'll pre-warn everybody, is that we're going to come back later with a little after show because we're just leave everything set up. This thing's over at 10:30. We can bang it out another hour at that point, and everybody can get a little bonus. So
on
you guys,
Patreon.
of course, on Patreon, because
Of
that's
course
what
on
you got to
Patreon.
pay the big monies. The monies, you give me the monies, and I do the show. Otherwise, we don't dance or do any. No dancing. No dance monkey.
No dance money.
No dance monkey.
And
No
technically,
monkey,
we will
monkey.
be breaking Oklahoma law by being in the Cowboy Cup after 11
Oh, we
p.m.
do everything like
It's
that.
like Adam Dunn rolls.
No, yeah, we came in here, and when there was originally, we were all happy because the caravan or the RV is inside the gates, and we were like, this is gonna be great.
Wait,
And-
I got something.
And then we got sideswiped once again.
Yep.
Something's on my mind here for a second. Because normally it's, hey, Dave, we need something done right beforehand, figure out this or that and the other thing, and get it done because Adam's off being Adam. But today, I saw stress on Mark's face about the internet, and you somehow got some access code from the senior chief at Verizon
I
or
have
something
deep-
like
I have
that,
deep
where you
connections at
got a
Verizon.
deep VPN router from Black
Oh,
Internet Ops.
Good. Hey, listen, guys. This is even better. Guy calls me back and says, Adam, I hope everything's good. You're online. I was like, yeah, we're online. He goes, guess what? They just came out with a new 5G. It's 100 up and down or something like that. It's 4 times as fast as this thing and is unlimited for $69 a month instead of $100 a month, which I'm paying for this other stupid thing that doesn't ever work. So there you go. we've 4 times upgraded today.
Oh, that's hella
just
interesting.
because Willie, not Willie Waldman, but Willie at
your
Verizon,
big guy in
he is
Verizon.
the big guy at
Yeah,
Verizon. I
dude.
got the business.
Interesting.
I got the business guy at Verizon who I just sit and talk to for like an hour at a time. When I
So-
talk to him, like, "Hey, what's going on, dude? Yeah," and then we talk for about bullshit that has nothing to do with Verizon.
Well,
'cause
he
loves
probably
me.
thought you were Adam Dunn, the baseball
He
player.
knows I am who I am. He's like, "I watch your show all the time."
Really?
Yes.
Guys over here hitting home runs.
Oh yeah, every day, all day. So we also have actual guest like right here waiting for us, so he can.
Are you kidding
roll-
me?
Yes, he's waiting.
I thought that was a guy that just got us papers.
come on in.
No.
Come on in.
So now, we obviously, in the Instagram world, you are cased God, right? Or
Is there a doctor?
is it
in
cased
the
God or
like,
cased
'cause I didn't.
OG
Oh,
or
they're all
OD?
okay, good.
Wow.
Wait, your mic's not on yet.
Hold on, I'm gonna get your mic. Get your mic on. Get your headphones. No, those are yours. What if you want to sit next to me?
Yeah, I kind of want to get close.
There you go.
Oh, damn.
See?
You fanboy?
You can. Yeah. No.
I
you-
mean,
Are you fanboy?
I met him once.
One
and I was
time.
introduced to him by the soil.
Did you tickle him under the nutsack
No,
or
wasn't
something like
allowed
that?
to. He had
Oh,
like
this-
a like.
he
ropes
loves
and
that.
stuff
You just
around
walk
him.
up
It was
to
really
him.
fucked up.
Yeah,
Like I
no,
was
no.
in a
He
petting zoo.
he
It's
loves
really
people
weird.
to just walk up to him and go, Gucci, 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 Gucci. Yeah.
Now that I
nice.
know,
Yeah, you want to like almost gargle the yes, narfle the Garthok.
you do. You want to.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you have to try.
Yeah,
Right on.
you have
We
to
got some-
narfle the
We got
Garthok.
some sour. We got some RBK. Ricky's brother.
So
Cross.
you want to know something? You where are you from?
Originally Irvine, California.
Are you doing anything in
Okay
Oklahoma
here.
right
yeah,
now?
Yeah, I've been in Oklahoma for the last 5 years building my business.
Well then, what happened?
What a drop! like whoa! Wait a minute. I'm in. Were you in LA or in North?
No, so I'll tell you. I'll break it down for
Yeah,
you.
let's break it
I,
all down.
Well, hang on. I want to ask. People here in Oklahoma don't seem to understand what sour diesel is. They all have it on their shelf. They're all claiming
it's
to
not-
sell
it's
it.
not the real
And I ask
stuff.
them, is it the bro sour diesel or
know
the
that.
stolen AJ cut? And they go, huh?
Do you understand? We're like 5 states away from where everything originally was cultivated as far as the culture goes, right? So everything from here is kind of trickle down, unless your heads from out here are really
don't
from
smoke it.
that area. But no,
Speaking
how I
of,
This
how
is
I
from
got to
Chop.
Oklahoma?
Try that.
speaking of what, you roll that.
Sour D?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have the real?
Yeah. Here, check this one.
So wait, don't say that out loud. We'll have a run at the fucking trailer right here. We're not in the trailer
Don't
at
say
the
it.
Cowboy
Stay over
Cup.
there.
That's a chem. That's a sour.
I'm a big chem guy.
That in the wrong context,
He's like,
that
yeah,
says a
that's-
lot about
that's-
you.
That's
Well,
definitely. That's definitely.
I mean, as I get into my story, you might,
Yeah,
it might make
that's-
sense.
that one.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, that one.
I'm very impressed with the people here in Oklahoma, by the way. I mean, it just
Really
seems
nice
people love
people.
being in the industry.
Yes. There's both types of people.
And that one, this one, it wasn't my best because I had like CO2 run out in the middle of the fucking crop, and I was like, God damn it! So
So
all
this
those
is
little,
this is your own grub?
yeah. But this particular
Allegedly.
run,
He does all right.
like, yeah.
Damn. Goddamn.
And
Do you
that's
have employees?
No, thank God. He's a
Okay.
one-man
When
band.
you do have employees, if they ever behave like him,
Yeah.
I don't want you to wait. I want you to instantly fire them. Because if you wait and get to know them, then you kind of feel bad.
You
You're
feel
like-
bad.
You're like,
I'm
what
a-
else would he do?
Yeah, you're like, damn.
And you think, he's got like 9 other jobs. So, but just recognize that in case you have to let someone go.
Okay, well I guess he'd be the first one. No knuckleheads.
Bumped
But-
into Josh
No
from La
knuckleheads.
Plata Labs today. I was very excited to see him. I haven't seen him in forever.
Look at this, guys. We got them lining up. They're lining
somebody
up.
let the
everybody's
cat
coming in
in.
here.
Oh,
They're
Wait,
lining
hold on.
Brett,
Did you
that's
bring
voted.
any of this alleged extract we heard about? I mean, you're going to walk in here the whole day.
Oh yeah.
So one of
the
the
man.
finest
This is from your boy Kyle. This is
what
This is Kyle's.
extraction
That's the Fowler.
artist?
Same.
And I don't smell like when I see consistency
Is that
and color like
Tropicana?
this in here. Here in Oklahoma, it'll smell like really remediated, like really remediated. And there's some terps on this. So
It's interesting that
you can remediate and still have terps, right? But like a lot of people here,
Allegedly.
they're like
Allegedly.
literally scraping it off.
So
and things.
speaking of remediation, early on, people attempted to just sort of hide the fact that they
yeah.
remediated, and to the anyone's eye, you can usually tell.
Figured.
But and sometimes if you process for others, it's just part of the business. Okay,
Right, yeah.
you need to make it just a little cleaner for everyone. It doesn't mean that there was something in there that shouldn't have been. It just means it could have been cleaner. Maybe
Yeah.
it's old. Okay, one of the leaders in the industry of package labeling and making sure that their customers knew was that fucker right there.
No, he's
Brent from
he's
Apothecary Extracts led the way, so you could always look at the packaging and know exactly how it was processed, if it was remediated, the strain. He was a pioneer in single source.
Oh, from you?
Yeah, we'll have you on in a minute.
Oh, this is some remediated
know.
swag right here, bro.
No, Brent's done a good job.
Damn.
Yeah.
Security.
No, Brent has actually done a really good job in the industry as like kind of setting himself apart as far as flavors, variety, and the way he even runs his whole company. Like if you sit with anybody at Apothecary, you immediately feel like you're a part of their family, or that everybody treats each other as family, and you can't find that a lot here. A lot of people portray that and don't really uphold it.
Truth.
And he's been 110%.
I won't throw my shoulder out, and I'll speak for Adam on this one, but before Apothecary had any presence in Oklahoma, this little podcast that was getting only like 50,000 plays a month had him on their show. And one of the things I remember, the host asking him, was he looking to expand into any other states? And his answer was yes. And I said, where? He said, Oklahoma. And I said, oh, really? Oklahoma. Let's talk about that. And then I'm pretty sure that guy inked a major deal of expansion into the state after that. Growing the company twofold. So we'll have to make sure to talk about that if that guy ever comes on and talks to
who
us
do
again.
I send it to?
They're going to talk
this is
fourth
on my
wall
Instagram.
marks. You should fill for a minute. Well, yeah, take your headphones off. We're not in the middle of a show or anything like that, Adam. Yeah. He has to figure this out.
Or just tell him which one and he can
Brent,
pull those.
we'll call it the Brent McDonald show.
Just to send photos to you, so you can
Look
throw
at
them up.
that.
Or he can open them up,
breaking
probably.
the fourth wall.
Sorry.
Rosin Dog's out there.
Sorry,
Oh,
we're
don't,
trying to-
don't go anywhere.
No, Rosin Dog's
gotcha.
not anywhere. Look at him. He's getting all anxious.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like, I'm
looking
missing.
like yeah.
I'm losing big money.
Oh. Well, then we don't want to talk to you.
We've only got a world-class photographer guy who's going to show us some photos, bro. Just get him off, man. Get him out of here. You know who this guy is? This guy's is. We're gonna pop up
Who's
some
this
photos.
guy?
We're gonna pop up photos, and then we're gonna do a roll because we may only have an hour, so we're gonna do like kind of like bow, bow, bow. And then this is also something you guys didn't smell. You didn't check this one out. This is the motor breath.
Shit.
This is the motor breath.
Yeah, the motor breath.
Oh, you contaminated everything?
You did. You handed it to me without it. You didn't use it. Don't give me fuck.
What am I gonna do? Hand it to you with it?
Did you?
No. Why
you
would
didn't
I?
use
I took
that.
it out and handed it to you.
It's Davinated.
It's been
At some point, job props.
Dude,
It's on point.
Chop knows his stuff.
Yeah.
So that's potent. They're out of Skyatook out here in Oklahoma.
He
Oh,
went.
you brought it for him?
No,
No?
this is one of the brands I work
They're
with.
here.
Yeah, they're here. The booth's
okay.
here. They're
Cool.
their whole brand's dope.
I mean, he went through. All I was thinking is, how can I sell these guys some Grove bags? Because the bags they have on there are par for. Yeah.
No, those Grove bags, I have to say, it doesn't matter what. Like if I find bud in it from wherever time ago, it's always fucking better than it.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know
I'm
what
so
it
used to
is.
glass, because glass kind of fucks up pretty quick. You're like, come back and you're all sad because it's all dried out. You're like, no.
Mark's
here
all
you go.
set.
This is actually cool. You guys know this Cultivator. You guys know Belief.
Yeah, but anything you show him right there, our tens of listeners don't get to see.
So this is what we got up here.
Look at you. Look, we got it.
Yeah. So that's 100% organic grow. Riser Ranch is all local. Some macros. That's what I specialize in currently. I was actually taught by a company called the Medicated Okies, so I can't take full credit. But I have kind of risen to a state here where I am busy every single day of the week. I saw 3 cultivations before I came here.
I was telling about rye earlier.
Yeah,
Feedback. You getting
there's
that?
some
A little bit.
some rosin.
Is there some feedback coming back?
Are you
Mark?
getting that, Mark, at all?
I hear a little bit.
Just letting you know, there's
Same
a little
as
bit.
before. What you were talking.
It's fine. I don't care. I'm just.
It's secret. It's secret talk in the background. If you can
Yeah.
decipher what's there, you can win.
It's
It
like
sounds like it's Vinny's
coded
call
shit.
with Willie.
It's Vinny and
We
Will.
can't get into the hotel room.
I don't know what it is. I tried to figure
Oh, don't worry about it, Mark. I'm just letting you know.
It's just a
if you
show,
didn't
bro.
know.
it's a ground loop because we're on
Ladies and gentlemen, a ground loop has occurred.
yeah.
We're going to have to ask you to bring your seats and tray tables to their full and upright
to an
position.
upright position.
Okay.
Here you go.
A ground loop has
It's still
occurred.
coming. Where's my tip at, dude?
You put it in.
Yeah,
twist
you
it.
keep
Yo,
the tip past the
Yeah, I
joint.
got-
Keep your tip.
I've gotten to work with people like the Soil King, who has really helped my career kind of elevate. Right, he brought me to the Emerald Cup 2 years ago, and that's really what set my year off. Like the next 12 months, I traveled for 12 months out of the year after I met everybody at Emerald Cup. So I've definitely had people go before me to
behind your camera.
Yeah. Well, no, in front. Like I've had people go before me to be like, hey, this is the guy that you need to use, and like kind of take a chance on me, right? Because at one point or another, I wasn't who I am today. And so
We've all had to
just
remake
grateful.
ourselves in Adam's image.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'm also 13 years sober from heroin. So
Good for you.
Yeah, I feel like I've lived.
Did cannabis have anything to do with
yes,
that?
a lot to do with it, and it was honestly terpene based. Like, right, I used to smoke and get way too high and be like, I don't want to smoke weed anymore. And then I got sober, and someone educated me on what terpenes are, what they can do for me, and I re-entered kind of at a state where I was like, I'm gonna try this because this is kind of similar to what I was into on the heroin side, and found a lot of success.
Interesting.
That's amazing.
I always thought like a dab rehab would be the best way to go. Like you
Bro,
set up a
could
rehab
you
and you
imagine?
get everybody in there and they're
I
all got
agree
their
with
little
you.
rigs and they're like kind of meet up in the meeting room and do some dabs together and then like clean your shit.
See, they're already making fun of me
Yeah.
about how
What?
fucking big I look in the.
I know he's like
fucking
a
screen.
huge. He's like monster. He's look at him.
Legs out here.
God, yeah.
Excuse me.
How big could you? You got like 4 times bigger than me. Actually.
Thanks. The camera adds 300 pounds.
I guess
Is
it
what they
does.
say.
guess
So
it
I don't want to make. Congratulations on getting sober.
Now you're high. See, he's handing me the
Congratulations
tip,
on getting sober.
Thank
Just
you,
want to
bro.
take a moment to say, Mark.
Now was
if-
that?
You can get off the junk too, man.
Yeah,
you can-
He's here. He could talk to you, man. We're all here for you, man.
Now was that from like an injury or was that just for lifestyle of you?
Well, I suffered from migraines when I was younger, and my mom left my dad. He was not the best provider, and he had oxycodone when I was dealing with migraine. And as a 16-year-old kid, that oxy literally saved my life, is what I felt like at the time. I literally felt like I was a full person. I can't explain it other than that, and I just kept doing it over and over and over again, and then graduated to the bigger, better stuff.
Oh yeah.
I was intravenous. I tried to commit suicide twice.
That sucks.
And I'm obviously here for a reason. And I just want to inspire the next person to do their shit.
It's like
to
Big
the fullest
Dummy. It's
degree.
like Big Dummies on the show, basically. Is what
Yeah.
it is. It's like Big Dummy, the redheaded edition or something.
You know what? If I had to be anyone for a day,
Yeah, you'd want
Who would
to.
you be?
well, I'll
Hey.
take that fucking, just to,
Yeah, there you
just to run the whole fucking gambit, just to wreck everything in my sight. Yeah, that would be. He's like 9'12".
Hey, he's big.
9'12".
No, he's just, he feels like it. He would be the worst right now. This would be this show.
He would
show,
be like the
whole
whole
thing would be
leg. His
leaning.
head would be up
you
here.
would feel it. Things would be falling off
I'd
the
have
walls.
to look up it like this.
It's like
man.
yeah.
You
it's
realize he'll never lay a hand on Adam. I cannot speak for him not.
Oh no, he
losing
does
his
without
yeah,
even
with
knowing. Like
anybody
the thing
else.
about him is he's one of those guys who like is very touchy feely when it comes to like blah, 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 and you're like and you're like bro. It's
So
like,
you're
dude,
kind of you get a little scared.
you're kind of
you're
ruining
like-
me right now. You're kind of
Like,
fucking me
chill,
up.
bro.
So
Dude,
that's
a little lower in the neck, a little bit, it would have been good, but
yeah. No, he's out of control. Yeah. The funny thing with him is he used to work for Aryan from Greenhouse back in the day.
Holy
he was
cow.
like he was like Aryan's like little right hand man, and it was like back in the day when it was definitely probably the peak debauchery for Greenhouse. Like Greenhouse was at their peak when Carlos was in charge. It was like, oh yeah, you guys are, it's bad. It's got bad. So
Dude, I think the motor breath honestly stuck out to me the most.
it does pop. I mean,
It
the thing
was-
is, the like I said, the sour is definitely the.
It was sour for sure.
It's the real one, but it's also this particular grow. I was like, nah, I wasn't super happy with it. The crazy part is the fucking seed crop came out amazing, and I was just like, well, great. The fucking flower crop got kind of burnt because I fucked up and let the CO2 run out while I was peaking out at like top. I was at the very top end where everything you can't fuck up. Like that's the
Yeah.
moment in time where you can't just pump the brakes or anything. And I did. Like it was like it was like a country. It was a country song, dude. It was like I'm at the Cowboy Cup. My car broke down, right? Car
God.
broke down and couldn't get some
What
CO2.
about your dog?
My plants got all crispy and now I'm blue. It was bad. It
Do
was
y'all
bad.
write
It was
music
bad.
as well?
No.
Okay.
That was
Oh,
off the
well,
dome, bro. That
maybe.
was some
My
serious
bad.
shit.
no,
Should
we'll
write-
tell him the
should write
truth,
some
man.
stuff
No,
down,
we have a
maybe.
country act we do together.
Yeah, Dunn. You've heard of me, right?
You heard
Yeah, dude.
Dunn and Charnick?
Dunn and Charnick.
Yeah, we're country
the
act.
country legends.
Sounds like you guys got a few Grammys under
Charnick
your
and
belt.
Dunn. Oh,
A few
Charnick and Dunn.
When's the merch
Dun
drop?
gone Charnick.
Oh, hilarious.
Dun gone Charnick. Dun Charnick. Yeah. Dun gone
I'm gonna
Charnick.
Dun
squeeze, I'm gonna
gone
squeeze out of here.
Charnick.
I gotta go continue.
He had
covering
Oh
this
no!
event.
dog.
I want to thank you
But
for swinging by. But we're
thanks
gonna
for
we're
the
gonna have
time.
you hopefully come to Colorado do your job. Because I was saying
Please.
earlier when I met you, I was like, oh, do you know Rye Pritchard? And you didn't know him, but Rye. Okay, so Rye was so busy back in the day when nobody had a good cell phone camera, right? So
He was the guy.
He'd come in with his DSLR, set it all up, take forever, dude. He took so long that I was just like, dude, you just do what you got to do. I'm over here doing whatever I'm doing. I don't even want to help you because it takes so long. He was so fucking precise, but it makes sense because you have to say all your depths properly, and it's a lot of learning, and I appreciate. But Bubble Man used to do a lot of macro work. You ever seen his stuff?
Bubble Man?
Yeah, Bubble Man is Bubble Man bags, like from the bubble bags.
I want to say I literally just saw his page after Vegas.
Anyway, he's a good guy to check out for macro shots though, because he's been doing it for a long ass time.
I'm really good friends with Zoom Gardens.
And Zoom, they're the guys who did.
Shout out Nick.
Exotic Tech.
Love you, bro.
Shout out to.
Enjoy you.
Boom.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
That's how she
Was it Dirty Dan?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Dirty
Dirty Dan.
It's Dave.
Dirty Dave.
Dirty Dave.
Yeah, Dirty
We'll
Dave.
go with Dirty Dan.
I like
though.
Dirty Dave. Dirty Dave.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No.
Wait till Vinny hasn't showered in 3 days
Hey.
in this fucking thing.
Hey,
What?
he's actually
I'm
using
going to shower your spot.
He's rolling on a rolling
Yeah.
chair this time. He was ready just to go hog wild in here. Fucking just completely trash the place. And I was like, what are you doing? You're not doing that.
No.
All right, you can slide in all hard in there.
Hold on.
We
We're
got a
losing.
second mic. You can jump in if you want. Jump in. Oh, he'll be big. Whoever's on the outside is the biggest, and we're small and dainty.
All right, we're losing
Oh
corners.
shit.
He's going to make Dave feel better.
HR's here. Oh fuck.
Oh, what we got?
No, I gave it all
I'm
to
old. I
Kyle
can't read
in
anymore. I can't see.
the bag I gave you earlier.
That's all we've been smoking.
all we
You
had.
know how you say lavender?
Yeah.
You have to say it like Soma. You
I
gotta go.
think it's right here.
Lavender. You gotta always say things like the breeders, like sour diesel. You have to say sour.
Oh yeah, for
And then
sure.
Soma, and they have a similar cadence because they're both New Yorkers, but Soma's is more old school hippie vibe, and then Keith is more like blah blah. Like
Oh,
he's like
shit.
he's just overly zealous, and
You need to smell this and see if you get any of that old school lavender.
Oh, lavender's pretty precise too. It's got a very specific.
smelled good
Yeah. This is and obviously it's crossed with the it's crossed with the GMO.
How many do we have left?
GMO forbidden fruit cross.
Yeah,
So
give me the one
And the
for
GMO
our
helps
person
fucking
coming in tomorrow.
make it dump a little bit.
And I can.
Makes it wash it all.
How's because lavender seems more greasy.
It's not gonna wash.
Yeah, I mean that's the funny thing is that now it's so cool to watch how people like when you work with something like you guys do because you're just basically doing washing, and when you're washing you really see what's up. Like you figure shit out quickly. Like this actually is really good, but don't produce shit. Like there's no point in doing it because you're just greased out.
That can't come on. Get that out of here.
Oh,
Get it
you can
out
hide
of
it,
here.
hide that. I thought they were setting up. I thought you gave them.
He has one. I don't know what the
he's
fuck.
even the.
I
Oh,
didn't
he's.
bring it out. I don't live here. I didn't
He
bring it
doesn't-
out.
Oh,
It's the home
it's too
brand.
good. It's too good.
Don't cost us another sponsorship.
Oh, Miles, look at him. He's all sad now. He's like, I came too late.
What?
Miles, our number one customer
This
in
is
the
what
booth. Our number one customer.
You're their extraction artist.
We're just trying to get to level 9.
Your mic's
Mike's
not
off.
on.
Mike's off. Come on,
Sorry.
guys, get it together.
Have you ever seen our show before?
Good.
Okay.
Then I
So
you
you
know.
realize
You've just
I
lived
have
the
him
moment.
captive right here, right now.
Broke the wall.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun.
He's
there.
got contracts coming out and everything.
He's there.
Sign the dotted line.
Wait,
right
your
here.
mic's still not on.
Mike's not on. Vinny, try it again. Nope, still not on.
When you can hear yourself in your mics, then we'll know.
I hear another.
And I
thing.
hear a giant special in the
There's
background.
something in the background. What's that, Vinny? Tell us. What are we listening to?
I was hearing it earlier too.
And I think it's like Spinal Tap. You know when they were like the planes were flying over and shit.
I'm
That's what
hearing
it.
that. Now it just got worse.
Oh, no, it's
Yeah.
worse.
Now,
No.
say something.
He's there.
No, you can't say. No. So Brent, your mic works.
Yes, my work.
Oh, you're the.
Brent McDonald, thank you so much for coming in. And
We
thank
are
thank
glad
you for
to be here.
everything.
We are sharing booths,
Yes, I hear you
like
now.
with a
I
visible
have-
line, visible wire. We are the. You guys are. I can't believe you're in the non-smoking section. I was like, what is going on?
No, they're not.
Oh no,
They
we
have
aren't.
two
No, we aren't.
places.
No, we are.
No, they have two locations
I know. At our
inside and with us.
But I can't believe that he is in this non-smoking section.
Yeah,
like,
honestly,
hanging out.
the nitrous assisted bong is the hottest thing at the Cowboy Cup this year, by far.
Well, Miles
It came from inside his head.
Amazing.
Miles is our #1 fan, so he's already taken that pole. He's taken pole position actually.
Incredible.
At the
What?
Yes, he's 100% pole.
Time
position.
trial show. He owns the pole.
Yeah, he was. Except Vinny.
Yeah.
Your entire theory was off.
What's that?
I sat next to him and watched him do it. Right.
Right.
You're like
Yeah.
Miles knows what he's doing. I was like,
I know,
Miles,
yeah.
you have it wide open right now. You see that? You got to turn it that way. And he's like,
Yes.
really? Right? You turned it to the right? Why would you do that? That's so weird. Like you think you turn it to the left because that's normal, right?
There's
Anyway.
still pressure on it.
No, I know it's
checked it.
fine, but I was just
Yeah, I
like
know.
funny. I was like, "Oh, if Vinny was here, he'd be
Yes.
like, maybe I wasn't correct when
No,
I
I
thought
was
that.
not.
I thought you were a pro."
You got
You know,
me
he's
twice.
Given the tutorial now.
Yeah, he was on it. Now he does, but it's not done yet though. I
not.
only got about 3/4 of the way done. It needs the foot pedal. That's what it needs, a foot pedal.
Yes.
Because then you're like, ready, set, go. Yeah,
Or
that's see.
Or
There we
the
go.
throttle. Throttle and a foot.
Colorado.
Just a foot pedal. Bam. Slam it. Slam it.
he
Bam
bred
it.
it.
Wham it.
He bred this strain.
Did you smell this?
No, it's a different one, isn't it?
No, that's the lavender. Yeah,
Oh, that's the same one?
Oh no, yeah. This is a different one. That's
Wow.
lavender.
Yeah, this was nice.
So just so you know,
very
when
soft.
I
It's
get a
very
microphone
soft.
in front of me, sometimes I say really stupid shit. Okay.
Mostly.
And I'm just gonna blame it on him. He did it. I was fine. Just going to conferences and talking to people one-on-one. I didn't need this at all. He left a fucking bowl of milk out, and that was the end of that.
Even Dave was doing nitrous hits. That's the best part. Even Dave.
Dave's the party guy.
He was. But it's documented.
I did. So 5 years he supported us on the show. So thank you very much. I mean, I really appreciate it.
Time flies.
I'll try to curtail
How-
any stupid shit I say. You know.
How's the new
about
spot?
anything.
The new because that crop that's some big. Now you're finally up there because you're.
I'll let Jeff answer, and then I'll go after.
Oh, that sounds scary. What
No,
happened?
it was phenomenal. I mean, honestly, I'll go first. Actually, the new crop was incredibly successful. We got a late start due to like the transition, the licensing, the regulation, all that stuff, and
I don't know. Want to try one?
yeah.
That's not the lavender.
Oh no, I don't want to take the last of it.
You need that one. And just had a super successful harvest overall.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, there
That's
it
a
is.
test run.
You
That's
don't
a
have to
test
look at
run.
that.
This is up in Vegas. Test run.
You don't have to look at that. That's not a test run.
That is test
That's
run. Those are test
that's the
runs.
same. That was a great hit. What are you talking about?
That's called. It's the first ones we did, so that's called testing.
This is the greatest tool. You guys should have this in your stores. It's the Pro Tool from DabX.
Look at the size.
Look,
of
it
this.
has a light on it. Hold on. It's got a light on it, so
That's
if
pretty
you're in the
cool.
middle of the night dabs,
That's
okay,
always
you
good.
see everything.
Side of the bed.
Look, you can get a gram on there if you needed to.
Half
Okay.
Do you need to put a gram on there?
I think a half a gram would be probably sufficient.
But it'll still slide.
I'm gonna put
Yeah, that's cool.
this
What?
on
I don't
there,
hear
That's
him.
cool.
No.
and then
I
double
don't hear
tap.
I don't hear him either.
No,
I
nobody
don't hear
hears
him
him.
either.
Oh, I don't hear him either.
No.
I did for a second.
Maybe it was you.
It's
when
got
I
to be
was
a
thinking
wire
it
or
was
something.
him.
'Cause let's see. Oh yeah, come on. man.
Oh
You can do
shit!
it.
Yeah.
If you do it violently, it'll work better. You got to like whip it in there really hard. Like,
No, don't. My glasses are here.
all right, let's see what's going on. Look at that. We have silence. So anyway,
Yeah, super successful harvest this year. First year brought down about
I saw the outdoor stuff with
Yeah.
the guy.
brought about 24,000 pounds of fresh frozen down. And
I walked some people by his booth, and he was throwing it down hard. You could hear his manhood hitting the table. He was like, "There's 30 to 100,000 pounds. We planted 20,000 plants in like 4 hours, man."
No, it wasn't like that. But we had a really great year considering
close
we
to
got a
that.
late start, and everything came out incredibly clean, and just running some really good product, yielding super heavy.
Right. Because
Making
everybody seems to like. It's so funny because everybody's so fixated on like, outdoor doesn't produce. Outdoor and greenhouse doesn't like. Oh, you guys, that's actually where that's where
where it
really.
started.
The fucking
Yeah,
I
happens,
got two things there. The outdoor not only does it produce, but it produces a cannabinoid and terpene profile that can't be replicated in any other environment.
Yeah.
And which is also why I believe that a light depth greenhouse is really the best of both worlds.
Me too,
It's as
man.
good as it gets.
I mean,
because-
obviously, the problem is that everybody in the say the back in the day with the black market and stuff would push out early stuff that never got full like spectral sort of qualities because it was always like, yeah, it's in this real weird narrow band where it doesn't really get you that high. It looks kind of good, but it's like it's just a moneymaker. It's not about the cannabinoids building up. The later shit, the normal stuff that comes in later is always better in effect, but people got so fixated on color that they were like, this is better because they were making extracts. All of a sudden they're making extracts from, so you're taking that product, which actually, if you're on a commercial level, it makes sense, but because that early stuff, it isn't that strong. So if you make extracts with it, you're going to probably get more bang for your buck out of it, and they're going to look lighter, and everybody's going to think it's fucking amazing, even though it just means it's not as mature.
No legs.
Yeah,
it's got no legs.
Exactly.
Eventually, everybody realizes they're only high for
legs.
15
I like
minutes.
that.
It's true, and it's very much like a wine, right? Like Merlot is always going to be stronger than a Beaujolais, right? A Beaujolais is always going to be like, oh, it's tasty and fruity, but it doesn't really do nothing. And then you got this Merlot, and you're like, oh wow, dude, this freaking rocks my world. And it's like you can either drink 2 bottles of that, or 1 bottle of that, or whatever ratio. But it's never going to be like that is all of a sudden going to kick your ass. And it's kind of like that with 8-week strains, 9-week strains. I get super pissed when I go to a place and they're like, we harvested 56 days. And I'm like, why would you do that? Like, why would you let the plant tell you when to harvest? And it's like, we can't. It's like, wait, you can? I'm like, of course you can. You just don't harvest it. It's like, go to the next one. Have the one that, you know what I mean? It's like, no, it's not the way it works here. And I'm just like, that is
the
not
boss said to harvest it at 53 days.
And I know plenty that do that. And it's like weird because I'm like, why wouldn't you dedicate 2 rooms to just 90-day plants or something and be like less work for your guys? Because they'd be like, those rooms don't have to come down for another 5 more weeks. It's like, cool, we can go take care of these other ones because most people have way too much on their plate anyway.
He's got the scope out and he's literally scoping the trikes and figuring out when we're going to harvest. He plots out the whole field of when it's going to be harvested, just based on that.
I'm out there scoping all the heads on every single strain once or twice a week, making
cool.
sure that our timeline, because it does change based on different conditions as well.
And you know the day when you miss it, right? I mean, you're like,
right.
You're like, oh, I should have done it last week. I got fucked up. And you come back and you're like, it's already just kind of beyond that point.
Yeah.
And obviously we've learned that in the past. That's why we're staying on top of it and always on it. Like I said, every single week, just looking for those indicators.
Yeah, like
Trike scoper.
Yeah.
Like my whole thing is it's I'm making seeds a lot, so a lot of times I'm just going like, there was the day, but I'm going weeks past it because
doesn't matter as much.
It doesn't matter because the seeds, if they're no good, if the seeds aren't good, there's no point in growing seeded weed, right? So you can't like pull them early, like. So yeah,
let them get right.
What we are experimenting though with is just doing BHO extraction and then taking the seeds and growing them out and seeing what's up, because technically speaking they should be stratified from the cold, right? They get super cold and they're very strong and they can deal with solvents. That's no big deal. Just strip them down a little bit. But I think at the end of the day they might
Look
even
at his face.
sprout
It's like Halloween.
I'm like, interesting.
and
I've
then-
never heard anyone do that.
And then
That's
you get all the terps, and then you get all the terps out. And instead of ending up with a bunch of duff that you're like, man, what do I do with this shit? Nothing, because it's like all too. You have to break it down to the finest bit.
Did you just give away what could be
exactly.
potential fucking gold for the industry?
Whatever.
For
Just
nothing.
Go ahead and do it.
Hey, if you do this, and you better cut us in.
But I just like the
for
idea
all
that
this.
they're already gone through this like extremeness, and they're gonna be like, all right, now I'm ready to grow. Let's pump. Let's do this shit, you know.
Yeah.
And mushrooms also growing from that would be awesome, because all the solvents, like a lot of mushrooms love solvents. Not necessarily psychedelic mushrooms, but certain mushrooms just thrive on hydrocarbons. Right?
True.
So
Just to add to your theory there, I've seen it happen where some of our waste material may get spilled outside, and then out of nowhere you've got a little volunteer there, and not only does it grow, but they just take off. We don't ever water it.
Wait,
They
where were you
take
driving? He was fucking driving somewhere in Denver. He's parked at a red light.
Oh, yeah.
Looks over to the right.
It's at Denny's.
There's fucking plants growing on the side of the fucking road.
Tons of like 40
You
of them.
know, they're all
And
volunteers.
it was at the Denny's, and it was like behind a fence, and I was like, somebody's like, oh dude, put a fence up here, because this shit's, they're already like waist high at that time. And I was like, and then I came up like 2 weeks later and they were all gone, and then about a month later and there was the first new volunteer popping up, and I was like, damn, these things are gonna keep
resilient.
They're never gonna stop.
We had this conversation like 3 years ago when that was it like 2019, when everybody just walked away from all their fucking hemp crops. It was just like,
Oregon
holy
was
shit,
crazy.
it's gonna cost me what to harvest this,
And it's
I'm
worth
gonna
what?
make
And
what? bye.
Yeah.
You know, it was nothing. So we're thinking, okay, you got 80 million plants growing out there somewhere. You have all that pollen, all that seed. It is 2020 volunteer fucking city. And sure enough, the entire crop from 2020, 2021, all seeded outdoor anywhere. Oh, that's the reserve shit right there?
It's private reserve.
So let me just, for the breaking the fourth wall here so people understand, the person that was described to us as the brains behind everything, the extraction artist, the terp scoper, subtly leaned over and just dropped a fucking jar of just, it's glowing, okay, in front of Adam. It's got a fucking hologram on it.
It's actually the 14er cut of Stronana, I think.
Get the fuck out of
No,
here.
it's not.
Oh, it's not.
Really?
Sorry.
Is that you on
That's
my
the other
hand?
jar,
Am I
yeah.
the
other one
Look
that
at
I brought
Vinny.
over here.
Get out of here, Vinny.
This one, that's what I'm smoking now.
Yeah, that's the
That's the other
bubblegum,
jar.
the Colorado bubblegum cut from Strona, from 14.
Oh, really? I'll just
You know he's going to take some of that, right? And I mean
No,
some, I mean all of it. Yeah.
Interesting. You have to do the
Oh,
interesting thing.
that's extremely terpy. You know, I mean, beyond. I don't.
That's our cut of the
Whoa.
daily.
Oh, I want to give a shout out to
Wow.
Christian at Dabex. I did lose my cap already. It didn't take long.
Remember, I told you the magnet cap sticks to our microphones, so that's where it's going to stay.
That's the terpy new one?
So, what do you think of this? Okay. In fact, I'm going to take the top off so you don't see where it came from.
Yeah. Get up in that.
That's the daily grape?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's interesting. It's different. Yeah. Every time we grow it, it brings out these
Smells really good.
different profiles.
Let Brent put a nose on it. What do you think of that?
Smells good, citrusy.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
totally not. This
wait,
is like
wait, just wait.
This is not citrusy at all.
No.
I
Okay.
like, by the way, 'cause
Read,
I like
read,
citrus
read,
too,
read
but
where it came from in the strain.
I get like too much of a
citrus
Skittles
fluff.
thing or something when I'm like,
From where?
like,
14er,
it's all
right?
in your nose.
Look.
That's nice and
What did he just say?
poopy. What?
14.
Citrusy.
Yeah.
Then I gave him the cap. I did not let him see what it
The
was.
citrus fluff.
Citrus fluff.
What is it?
Fluff. The fluff.
Yeah, the
You don't
fluff.
Fluff.
It smells
It's
good.
the fluff.
That's
I
proper.
don't ask anymore because you know why? Because they tell me a whole fucking list of shit. They go bippity boppity crossed by boobity boobity, and somebody asks me, and I'm like,
you
citrus
don't
fluff. So why don't I just stick with what I can read off the label, right? Because when Mark reads, never sounds like it's reading. If you ever need copy read, he can do it, and it sounds just so completely organic, just flowing, free flowing. It does not sound like he is reading it.
Oh, he does.
From
He
any-
sounds totally.
I'm
right.
rocking the Ghost Train Haze batter. From
Even when you said that, it sounded like. I swear you were reading that like right off the top. I
All
got
the way
that.
back in
Better. Anyway, no.
So how did you get into cannabis extraction?
I mean, obviously, most of us all got in the black market days. Way
didn't
back
blow
in the
himself
day.
up.
Traditional market.
We made
Hold
it past
on,
that.
wait.
He
The
managed-
lighting is not good. He might have a scar on the.
He's got most of his skin
turn
on
a
his
little bit.
face,
Let me
you
see
know.
that. Okay, no, he's good. All right.
That's how
Don't
you
blowed up.
You didn't get blowed up, so
never,
that's
never
good.
blew myself up, so that's kind of how I got.
Did you see that house in
inspired.
Ohio that blew up?
Dude, I don't watch
see
the
that? Did you see that?
news
Did you see that thing?
anymore.
No.
Yeah.
There was like a couch flying in the air. It was crazy. It was like the guy, but it was like the guy had a whole bunch of like shit in his like explosives at his house. So it wasn't like anything to do with being
Wasn't
show, but
BHO.
but it was like
Yeah.
yeah, no, it wasn't even meth. It was I think it was just like he was a weird gun nut guy with fucking like real shit.
They call that everyone in Oklahoma.
No, it's Ohio though. This is Ohio.
You know, they were like, "Did you hear what happened the other day?" It was. I'm
But
like,
the crazy
"Yeah,
part was there was this
Tuesday."
one couch flying out of the explosion, and it was like identifiable as a couch as it flew, and you were like, "Ooh, I hope he wasn't on the couch," because that fucking thing was
That's legit bro cut sour diesel.
bro
Smoke
cut.
this?
Yes, but put a yo tip on.
Yeah.
We don't want your lippy on that.
You dirty.
It's too late.
Look at Adam
dirty
leaves this
slime.
right over here without putting it back in the fucking thing. He's like, "Can I just borrow your pro tool?"
let me
I'm like,
take a look.
"You're gonna."
Where's your things? Where are they?
Let me take a look
Can't
at the
do it
Pro
if he
Tool.
doesn't have one. His personal one. Oh my.
They're
God.
all. There's a whole. Hold on.
Oh my
There's a whole
God.
bag of. There's 8,000 of them outside on the table.
Outside on the table. Oh well, you're not getting one.
Someone bring some yo tips inside, please.
There's nobody out there.
Mark, will you go grab some yo tips right
Nobody
outside?
cares. Nobody cares about you. There he goes.
There we go, Vinny.
Oh, Vinny's on it.
Damn.
Vinny brought some.
Wow, there's like a spirit of Vinny just came in. I thought we thought you were at taking a shower at the band's room already. What? You guys are doing a show? I'm going to take a shower. at the band's room. Oh, the band. Oh, Vinny and the band. Kelly hooked him up. Kelly, shout out to Kelly.
See, and Adam turned it all down. He's like, I don't need no badges.
I don't need no sneaking
I don't need no
badges. I was
sneaking
like, they
badges.
know who I am. Don't worry. I don't look like I used to look.
So
That's short hair.
in the traditional market, having not blowed yourself up, is this your first really in the light?
No, in the traditional market, I got into this wanting to grow my own cannabis and grow clean quality medicine for myself, and was experimenting with hash just very early on and finding as much info as I could and just
This is like
evolving from
9
there.
days off the line, so it didn't get a chance to like bounce really well. So
Still tastes great.
Adam is talking
get
about the sour diesel we have right now that might have needed a couple of more days to
I
dry.
definitely need more, but I was just like, I got to at least.
Interrupting this gentleman's fine story about being an extraction artist in the traditional
It's a
market,
chem,
trying to
that
grow
came out really nice.
herb for yourself. We all had. Was somebody sick in your life, or was it just you needed?
No, it was really just me. I didn't have.
Is
any
his mic
backstory,
not
so-
on again?
I don't know. It sounds.
I can't hear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there it is.
I can
Oh,
hear
he's
him.
I
one of those
barely
voices.
hear him. If you in listening land don't have a problem with it, then I'm fine with it.
It's the fiddling, dude. It's fiddling has gone into your head.
It's the fiddling has gone to my
Yeah,
head.
the fiddling is good.
That's that can do.
That's the one, yeah, exactly.
Or the can.
It's just, yeah, it can be.
Just
So what I was asking is, is apothecary your first badge position?
no, I actually was a head grower at another spot in Colorado Springs for 2 years, back around 2010, and then got out of the industry for a few years and came back in with apothecary right around the beginning.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better place to work for, because I when I walk in there, they all start giggling, and I think it's because he just wants them to make fun of me. No, they're like, "Oh my God, it's that guy!" And I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here!" So somebody, it's good weed. You know, you keep the tip.
Keep your
There you
tip.
go.
Keep your tip. That's what you're supposed to say. Keep your tip.
So what's next for you guys? What's the newest? I mean, is there, you know, every time I speak with you, I'm thinking, am I going to hear about it's now BHO processed rosin pucks afterwards? Like you've figured out a way to actually extract more milligrams from the industry by taking your leftover rosin pucks, blasting them with BHO, and then creating some new, you know, discovering some new isolated cannabinoid or something in there.
Yeah, 100%. A very cannabinoid latent extract that comes out, you know, and makes incredible diamonds. Still very terpy, but is 80+% cannabinoids. And that's out of our pucks.
See, even Vinny's looking over right now, going, "You got to get right up on the microphone. Maybe that's it."
I don't know. My mic sounds
Close
like it's off
enough
now,
now?
too. What's up with my mic? I don't hear me.
I don't hear you now.
Struggling.
Yeah, I don't hear me now.
No, I don't.
I can hear you.
My mic sounds great.
So what are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I on the show?
I don't hear Adam.
I don't know. Am I allowed to be on the show now, or just you demoted me from sound?
I can literally hear all four of you guys. I don't know what's
I don't
going on.
Yeah, I don't.
At all. And I don't hear him.
Can you hear me?
Hold on.
I can hear you. I can hear Jeff. I can hear Dave. I
I'm
can't
mic
hear
number
Adam.
2, and mine is
No one
fine.
can hear
Don't
me,
touch
bro.
anything on my mic.
They're leaving. Nope. Nope.
What?
Checkity, checkity,
What do you
checkity.
mean, nope?
Vinny, you're really loud in my ears.
Everybody else is louder, but I don't get louder. I still sound like nothing.
Sourdy.
Hold on.
It's okay. You know what? You're doing a great job, because I don't really hear the bluegrass band, and if you guys in listening land do, we apologize, but you know it's better than this, than nothing.
Whatever.
That's right.
You know.
They
And
sound
the-
good too.
And they're expecting like 7,000 people tomorrow, and there is a Jerome Baker 6-foot glass bong with a nitrous-assisted rocket dab from DabX that everyone is welcome to come down and try. You have to sign a waiver.
No, you have to buy seeds. You don't
You
have
gotta
to
hit
do
the
anything.
seeds.
You have to
Oh.
buy
That's right.
seeds. That's the rules now. There's no. I'm not doing.
That's
it
right.
Every single.
Oh.
You
Are you
didn't-
okay, dude?
If you didn't hit this thing, you didn't experience Cowboy Cup.
That's right.
Oh shit! So
Keep it on.
I owe you for 7 packs of seeds then? Fuck, Vinny. You have any cash on you? I don't have any cash.
I'm the actual
ashtray,
cash
Vinny.
register.
So you had to pay Adam for 7 packs of seeds. Apparently, I wasn't
No,
supposed to use the rig.
Right.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So this is fire, right?
fire.
Yeah, we think this is some
It's the same deal though. It came off the
underground
same like one that I was
blaster.
sort of like, so I turned most of it into that, and then just kept these are just like
Allegedly.
the tops. But even these tops were like crisped out, and I was all bummed. I was
Allegedly.
like, no, what happened? But I know exactly what happened. Is I was running at top speed, and I ran out of CO2. My car broke down. I was telling earlier, I was like, it was like a country song. I was like, car broke down. It didn't have CO2 for a week, and in that week, everything just went like crisped out because it was so used to being fed just from
Most important week.
Exactly. It was
Dave
like right
says the
there,
show
toppity
sounds
tip
fine.
of the peak
Every time.
And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I was like, "Oh, they'll be fine." And then I would like come in the room and I'd look at the thing and it'd be like 120 parts per million or something super low, like ridiculous. And I'd be like, "Oh my god!" And they'd be like, "Nah," they'd be yelling at me, and I was like, oh, "I gotta go." And then the one time I got into town, the fucking way to grow was closed, and I was just like, "No, dude, are you kidding me? What time? 4 o'clock on a Saturday? These fucking guys, you know what I mean?" Like the classic.
You're in there chiefing mad joints just to get your ppm a little higher.
Yeah, I go stand around them a lot. It's like exactly.
Wait, do you think that's an actual job somebody would pay me to come do? I'd be fucking good at that,
CO2
man.
machine.
I'm a human CO2 machine. If that's what you're saying, all I have to do is smoke joints.
100%.
Why can't we do the show from inside a garden then, Adam? We should be fucking, selling our talents.
Yeah.
So tell him about that one.
Me tell him about
I don't know anything about it. I don't want to get it wrong because I don't want to make Chop mad.
I don't even know what it is. I'm looking
It's
at it.
really fine flour from a
Merit-
company called Potent.
Gotcha.
I don't want to show it to Adam because it's purple and he's going to get purple. I like the purple weed. I couldn't find an ashtray anywhere, man.
Can you find us an ashtray somewhere, like this giant van of not allowed to smoke in ashtrays?
Empty cup.
Oh, he might be listening to the show. He saw the sweatshirt.
Hold on, what's
man.
the word of the day?
That was a good.
What?
The word of the day.
The word of the day. Shut the fuck up, Dave.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's that guy.
I had a great day today. I really enjoyed this place. I enjoyed the people I met. I liked the way Daniel had it structured now with giving companies the opportunity to be inside because you have an established brand. Granted, the low-hanging fruit is, well, let's just go, in the smoking section. But here, you get to have conversations with people and educate them about your brand and let them know you're not a fly-by-night company. You've been around forever.
The reality is, too,
Give it
is,
to him. He's an
is-
expert. That's all he does is open those cans. Give it to him.
What is it?
Use one of your cans.
Is it the one that was out there? It would be empty.
Yeah, perfect. It's called an ashtray.
We've already been
Oh,
smoking.
I'll get
in
it
here.
open.
What are you talking about? Just give it to Dave and turn
Especially,
it into an ashtray.
especially
No,
at an
don't
event
do
like
that,
this.
Vinny. Come on.
Come on,
Just
he
give
can
me
do
the
it. I just
fucking-
said that's all he does. Sit around and open these things. Yeah. Come on, that's his life.
The reality
Those
is the OMMA has been tightening up
If that guy
and tighten up regulations, and it's not worth the risk of losing your license to get a few people high at one of these events. And so where it's been fine in years past, we felt like this was the responsible move this year.
don't worry about it. It's fine.
I know.
Especially at an event like this, our main goal is to educate, and that's why you see us highlighting our cultivation techniques and different ferments on our table rather than just the product or just a dab bar. We're out here trying to talk to people about cultivation practices, terpenes, just educate the population, especially in Oklahoma.
Yeah, no, and it's funny because today, like pretty much every person I talked to was super newbie. It was like,
Exactly.
The usual answer was, because I always ask everybody, do you grow? Because that's kind of where we at here. Are you a grower? Are you a process? Most of them are like I want to grow. I'm like, perfect. You're standing in the right place, right here. Look at seeds.
Right? They
And
wrote
then-
plays about this
and then-
place,
and
right?
then- And then it's like,
Thank you, Vinny.
yeah, but I'm a little scared because my whatever, and it's always just like
Landlord.
no one, and that's it. It's it's always the landlord. Man, landlord's the number one thing. If they're cool, you're good. If they're shit, you suck. That's everywhere in the world.
It really is something. It's
And they
like the chef setting the table.
Well, they
the
scare
meal.
them with like every place that has weed culture in any way, shape, or form. It's like they go, oh, wait a minute. Fucking landlords, those are the guys we go after. Then all of a sudden everything changes. They're like, if you get, you're gonna lose, and that's where everybody fucking freaks out because they don't want to lose their shit. So it's like you see that even cool people tend to flip on their people. No,
I'm
we're
fine.
good.
I wasn't asking for anything.
Wait, I need some more sound in this fuck. I want to hear myself in the headphones.
Dave Sternberg wrote to us and said to people listening, it sounds fine.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
That's what
Man on the
matters,
street.
right.
The Sternbergs. How they doing? They're going great.
Oh my gosh, the acceptance of Yo Tips at this place has been fucking amazing.
That's fire.
Everyone appreciates the fact that, you know what? Not everyone knows everything about everything, and sometimes just a little thing, a happy accident, making this come to a circle, a really small circle. It's like the way water flows down a pipe, how they gradually reduce it, and it makes for a very, enhanced smoking experience.
Tastes not quite there.
Who wants to get the Wook flu at
Right.
Cowboy Cup? Not
Exactly.
me.
Right.
No, exactly.
Which one is this,
Especially not
Adam?
these days.
That is the Motor Breath 15.
Motor Breath.
Ooh.
That one's good. It's got some
Oh.
wow. stank to it.
Yeah, every jar Adam showed me earlier was all fire.
So he
This
said
jar,
something.
I keep going back to this jar.
Yeah.
This is a phenomenal
It's
jar.
a good one. It's definitely. It was one of those like, damn, I should have just made it all into that because I knew it kind of wasn't there on the fucking.
Did Telly run this or
No.
different?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Shout out to NF Seeds and Kyle Alon. He knows his shit. He said something on the show a few weeks ago. He's like searching for that, soiled diaper terp. And here in Oklahoma, something about it. There were a few that had this disruptive terp. Just out there.
The closest that
Which
we've
one you
had
want to try the for who? The band. Oh,
the
whatever.
closest that
Just
we've
give
had
them-
to that one,
Oh,
I would say would
Vinny's-
be that jam band cut.
Vinny's in
from
band
Porta-Filter.
mode.
That 14er jam band cut
Oh.
is just disgusting.
Yeah.
It's a fucking dumper for
That's-
rosin, man.
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, it isn't. It's
a bag.
always on the menu, and I know the way.
Hey.
But
14.
it's also that soiled diaper terp.
Yeah,
That's the
It
one.
was just
Two
like-
bags.
That's the
and
closest we've seen.
I love it.
Someone described the jam band terp one time as Parmesan cheese melting on asphalt.
Okay.
I thought it was relevant.
No, totally. I'll rock with that one.
So, it's funny. We have a band coming, right? Willie Waldman and his friends. And I heard this quote from Ramrod from the Grateful Dead years ago. He used to say, as I see Vinny has swapped out his vendor badge for a media badge and now for a band badge. So he has slowly worked his way up the totem pole. And what Ramrod would say is, you know what? It's amazing is to have a laminate at a concert. I mean, that's a fucking great feeling, right?
Yeah.
You know what's even better? Not needing one. Okay? So I see Vinny. He's taking it off.
No. He's gonna get a staff badge.
No, he's going badgeless. He's just like, fuck all of you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, and fuck you. I'm Vinny. I don't need no stinking badges.
I got to do that in Stillwater.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that here, man. You look... hang on. You go right ahead. What am I rolling here? Oh, the motor breath. It is rough. I really needed that.
It's funny. This one
grinder
didn't
for
taste.
this
It
one.
didn't. What taste wasn't there because it was like 9 days on the vine and then didn't really get a chance to pop. But it definitely got me really baked. Like I could tell. Like I was like, oh shit, this is actually getting me really high, which is great because so much weed is just like mediocre at best. And then this is like, okay, that's what we're all going for. Is that just like instant burn? Like,
You can't get off of that. Kyle, if you're out there, will you come to the trailer? Brent
No,
you have the guy that grows everything and makes the best fucking BHO. He
Yeah,
can't
we
put
met him
your
earlier.
down.
He's the one who brought us here.
I'm gonna have him bring you over some because
He's
you
the
should.
one who brought us here. That
When-
shit's phenomenal. We
when-
met him earlier. He's awesome.
Good.
No, he's definitely a player. The thing is, it was like this one. Even he called me, he hit me back. We're like, dude, it's fucking like it's off the chain.
Is that the crispy nuggets?
This is all the crispy nuggets.
It's something to say about those crispy nuggets.
It's the crispy nuggets, exactly. It's like they're almost dried on the vine, where they're kind of like, they're not even.
That's the 3-day cure before the live run.
It had
tech.
that vibe. I know, you were telling me about that last time, and it was
Look
funny.
at Brent dropping some fucking nugs
Without
right now.
and it's also on the vine, so it's not the same as if you just cut it and it gets all limp and has a lot of moisture release. You know what I mean? There's not really much moisture there. It's like kind of weird, where it's like, well, it's not really. It's still alive, but it's not really vibrant in any way, shape, or form. All the inside leaves are brown. And fucking, it was kind of like, man, I'm not happy, but it was still doing something. But it was only on the tips, and it was kind of like, oh, let's go.
It brought out that sour.
Yeah. Those ones will
Oh,
dump
look,
too, though.
wait, he just did it.
He did
sour.
I tried.
What do we got, Vinny?
Papers? Take one.
Holy fuck. He's taking my Deadhead papers? You're going to be okay rolling in Deadhead papers? Fuck. Sure you won't burst into flames?
The band's gonna.
Is the band gonna be okay, Vinny?
They're gonna go. Jerry's in this paper, bro.
Wait, hold on, Vinny. Grab the lotion. You're gonna need the lotion, for one way or another.
What's going on?
He's going to service the band.
Oh.
He's the fluffer. He's like a Band-Aid from Almost Famous.
That's tomorrow. Tomorrow's the fluffing. Tomorrow's when the band's coming on. We have to get. Oh, they need that. And they need this. They're gonna need that. Don't worry.
Yeah. Do you want to help service the band?
Oh yeah.
Look at Brent. Looks totally.
No, the cool part is okay. So we got
unenthusiastic.
Willie. Give us the lowdown quick. We got Willie, Terry Saffold, and what was the other guy's name? Vinny. Come on, Vinny. Don't walk away.
Oh, he missed
Vinny
it.
walked
Go
away
on.
right at his critical moment.
Go on.
He walked away.
I mean,
I
we're
know
missing
Terry
out.
Saffold.
I
I'm
heard it
looking-
was a bass player that played with Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Hey.
Oh, and the drummer from who played with Mick Jagger or something like that. Wasn't that?
What?
He's got
I
also,
don't know.
dude, all these guys.
Charlie Watts?
No, played with like the other guys, like not live with that, not with just Mick Jagger.
No,
That's
I know.
all.
No,
Not-
Willie has a
not-
resume. I
Not
mean,
Willie. I'm talking about the drummer. The drummer played
Oh.
on like Mick's tour when it was Mick. It was not fucking Rolling Stones. So that's how
He
it
probably
was.
knows Steve.
No, it doesn't mean anybody knows Steve.
Everyone knows Steve.
Doesn't mean they know.
How do we
Steve.
get some of this amazing swag you boys wearing here, Brent?
Oh,
I mean, I'm looking at this.
Man.
You know, Mark would love a fucking shirt like that.
That's a 101 Under Armour exclusive.
These are all
Sick.
customs that we all just get custom embroidered things we own.
when somebody
We
else
like.
is making stuff, you're like, hey, can you do that for me?
Oh, I see how it is.
We'll
I
get you
got-
one, Dave.
Yeah.
No, I
got
asked
4
for
or
one
5.
for Mark.
We'll get Mark one.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't wear sleeves, so it's really easy. See the
Yeah.
shirt in the front right here? He's got all excited when I pulled it. See,
Yeah,
there's
I
a
was
shirt
like,
hanging
I
off
didn't know we had sleeves.
There's a shirt
We're gonna
hanging
get
off
him a
front of the
vest.
table.
Sleeveless vest. Yeah.
He's just like, what? When
I
did
wear
that
black
happen?
long
And I was
sleeve.
like, I've been
That's it.
Dude, we did it
You did great, man.
when nobody did. So tomorrow's gonna be crazier, that's for sure, because today was definitely more.
Do you know what I did?
What?
Got 2 chair massage people to come in. Where
Damn.
we get massages.
Oh, wow.
Everybody else pays $2 a minute, which is
Oh,
reasonable.
there you go.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm in.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sold.
I'll be here.
Because
There he
it's a
is.
lot of like
I
it's a
know.
lot of standing and it's a lot of walking. You know.
You have,
Vinny's back.
you have carpet on your spot? Or
There he
No.
is.
Or
So
oh, yeah, fuck.
It's that concrete.
did he hear me
shit,
jerking
he
him
did.
off?
Who?
Kyle.
Yeah, he did. Of course he
Yeah.
did. He did.
You
He
heard?
felt it. He didn't know you were saying it, but he could feel it from across the room.
You heard me tickling your sack?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
one of
well,
the. It's
Shout out to Terpecana.
it's the same with hash as it is with joints, as it is with weed. It's just like the more times you go back to it without subconsciously, like we just have to just check in because something might have changed, even though it's like there's nothing there. You just smelled it 5 seconds ago, but you keep going. And it's the same with the joint. Like if you keep looking at it, and with puzzled look on your face, and then it like goes out because you're so fucking like at a certain point, then you're like. Purposely baked at that point. You know you're
That's the
baked.
goods.
It's like the looking at because you're wasting too much time looking at it because you're sort of like the fuck. It's like it tastes so good. You know what I mean? Like there's this moment. You're exactly. You're looking at it. You're watching it burn. You're looking at resin, and then it like goes out, and you're like you forget, and then you're like whoa, that's weird. I normally, but if you're like keep hitting on it, and it's just like not
not that
sure.
good.
There's no point. Like it's not. You shouldn't even want. Like you should
Yeah.
stop, and then that's when you feel like
That was a great explanation, and every stoner could feel that moment.
yeah.
before.
I think
Get
yeah.
right up in that mic, Brent.
It's,
Yes, sir.
It's important though, because well, not important, but it's like it is universal. Let's say, because it's like one of those things where with food, obviously, same deal. Like if I have good food, I can't help. I just start almost like rocking internally, where it's like yes, and it's the food that does it, and it's like we know it, and like me and my wife both, we'll just start like we know it, like oh that's fucking on fire. Like we had these dried dragon fruit things on the way up here that both of us had never tried, and it was in the dark driving, and it was both kind of growing like, and I took a bite, and I was like, holy fuck, dude, that is like a whole new thing because it was like crunchy. I don't know, it was just weird. Anyway, it was one of those things where it was just like we both were like, yeah, that's a new
Dude.
thing. That's a new thing. That's gonna be a whole new lane. You know?
It gets dark here, man. On these fucking roads driving here, I mean, I pulled 11 hours driving. It was fucking
Did you guys drive through the Panhandle?
Yeah,
I
that's
did.
awesome. That's the best.
Down the
Yes.
gravel road.
That's the best.
I'm not driving through Kansas.
I'm never doing.
Jeff,
I'm
Jeff
never
knows
going-
this cop out of Woodward by name. He's like he comes through every time.
There's a spot right between.
Do you
Right
speed?
no, I'm never speeding, but
Doesn't matter.
I'm typically in a rental car, and they target me.
Oh, okay.
And I heard that with Colorado tags, they'll target you as well.
Yeah, I know.
I've been pulled over and searched 6 times between Colorado and Oklahoma, but by Oklahoma state troopers.
Always fun. No, they were pretty. They were pretty. I mean, there was nobody out there. I didn't. I wasn't. My thing is perfect because I just. Even if I look down, I'm like, dude, I'm not even like 5 miles over the fucking speed limit just because I'm like maxed out, you know.
Yeah, if you're traveling between Guyman and Woodward, you have to
Be careful.
I do.
out. Yeah, be very careful.
Oh yeah.
I don't have anything on me. I mean,
Yeah, it's all going with you, Dave. That's it.
oh,
Everybody.
nothing.
No, it's
I'll have a soiled Dab X and maybe a vape pen somewhere.
They'll get you for that too. They'll throw you in jail for that too. After.
Realistically, they won't arrest you for that, but they're going to search your car if they think you have more than that, just to make sure that you don't. And they'll find a reason to. They'll make up a reason to.
Sounds great.
And guess what? If they find your pen, they won't even mention it. They'll let you go.
magic.
But they're going to harass
They
you.
want to make sure you don't got that weight, you know.
Great, you just scared the whole fuck out of me. I totally lost my buzz, you motherfuckers.
It's time to get high again, I guess.
No,
Roll another.
what the fuck? They just totally killed me, Adam.
Oh.
Now I'm sending.
Can we
Jet
hit
Set.
that Dab X or something since
I
we can't hit
honestly
our
think
own
it's the rental
thing over
car.
here? I need to.
I don't have a rental
Can I
car.
try
That's what I think it is. I'm by myself. I'm in a rental car.
I'm by myself in my car.
Oh my god.
Shout out to the Jet Set life.
Everything I ever want to smell or taste in a gram of hash. Or a jar, an ounce of hash. Wow.
I think it could be also this sweatshirt. They look at it and they think it's the Thin Blue Line shirt. so many people who I know do not listen to the show
Dave's in there
came
with
up
a
to
blue
me and said,
Sharpie.
like that hoodie man.
They thought you were a cop?
I don't know what they think, but there's no way. I'm looking at this guy. I mean, seriously, he was a redneck packing. You know, he's like, dig that hoodie, man. I know he just
was a
glanced
cop.
at it, saw the...
It's the baseball player, dude.
Saw
Everybody
the-
thinks it's Adam Dunn baseball
No,
player.
he didn't see that at all. They saw the flag thing and they
No.
thought it was that fucking whatever it is, their thing.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
I'm all
Dumpy.
fucked up right now. You motherfuckers.
No.
Fucking
Bringing
kill
you
me.
back. Bringing you
Bring
back.
me back. I need a fucking dab. Holy
some of this-
shit. Guess what, Sternbergs? You have a whole. You have a whole. I'm leaving everything with you, they fucked me up, man. God damn it.
Just smoking
I
them
hate the.
before you head home.
It's an 11-hour drive.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to figure out a new route through New Mexico. You know what I mean? Just seems safer.
You definitely don't want to go to jail in New Mexico.
It's
Jeez.
wrecked there, so I feel like you're okay.
Yeah, it's definitely
I forgot
it's
about
definitely
that.
weird though
You're
because
right.
you do see shops pretty much the whole way down. Like I saw something.
The
go-
whole way.
Yeah, it wasn't like you don't see shops the whole way down. So it's pretty much there's not like a even except for where like it was funny because on my GPS it was always saying coming into Texas. Like I was like, when am I going? Like I'm like right on the edge there, and it just kind of thought you were, or maybe possibly.
Yeah,
so it's kind
you
of giving you
take a
that.
left.
It's almost like in Europe when you go to certain countries and you don't realize it, and you're just like driving along. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, are we at a fucking border right now? Like I don't have nobody has passports. We're all just driving along like on a regular day, just went the wrong way and ended up in Germany or got into Belgium or whatever.
No,
So it's
I'll
like,
be in Colorado at noon, and I'll just stop at a dispensary in Colorado.
There you
know, I mean, that's no problem. I can do 5 hours.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fuck me up, you motherfuckers. You are both never coming back on the show. not
that's what
fucking
they're here
ever.
for. They're here to scare. Yeah,
Apothecary
I
Farms Pueblo's right along the way.
You know what? You're pennying me out, man. You
Sure.
motherfucker. God damn it, mother. You're gonna have to give my fucking.
We're just warning listeners about the dangers of Oklahoma.
No, listen. I completely understand. I feel like I'm in another country.
Yeah, we used to drive pretty regularly between Colorado and Oklahoma, and now I fly most of the time.
But they also won't and can't put you in jail over just a vape or a couple grams. Even if they took it, or even if they wrote you a ticket.
So you said earlier you watched the show. I'm just debating that right now. Whether you think how much of a pussy I am, and how
He's bringing weed
completely
home, and
it
he's
would
smoking joints
fucked
on
my
top.
head up, to be even have to interact with law
Oh.
enforcement. It is not no.
You're
They
not
used to
in a
make the
rental
joke.
car.
They used to go, "He's a fucking cop." No,
That's what we
fuck-
determined. You're not in a rental car.
You'll be
It's,
all right.
it's the
Oh,
rental
you
car
think you're
that
gonna
gets me
pull
pulled
the
over.
switch on me now, right?
Have a dummy car in front of you.
Oh, dummy.
Smoking.
Just a dummy guy. Smoking a lot of weed. Mark,
Mark
you
will
can
be
drive.
the-
Mark, you
yeah.
drive in front of us, right?
No, dude. I'm flying home.
No. Oh
Vinny
shit.
drive home.
Damn you.
Flying out tomorrow, dog.
Oh, fuck. Adam.
What's that?
Wait till I share it with you, motherfucker.
happened? What'd he do?
You have it on your phone, you motherfucker. You should show it.
Uh-oh.
I send him just an innocuous little, what's your ETA? So he takes a fucking shot of his phone, which the phones these days tell you the speed limit and what you're traveling, okay? And usually the one that says the speed limit should be the number that you don't go past. So let's play a little game.
Double.
Let's play a little game.
Double.
The speed limit was 70 miles an
No,
hour.
not double.
Vinny was driving.
Buck 10.
Vinny was driving.
86.
If I said the under-over was 94, are you going with under or over?
Over. 100%.
Under.
88 miles an hour.
Oh, old man Vinny.
He was trying to go through time.
Yeah, he was out here.
Okay, 88 miles an hour. Come on,
that
right?
makes more sense. He had his vape.
He was trying to go through time.
He's got his Colorado grams on him.
He might have been, guys, in Kansas.
Ooh.
Like Kansas.
You already drove through Kansas with any
No, I don't
kind
go
of
to
weed
Kansas,
and-
period.
Okay.
Ever.
Ever. I don't. In fact, when I fly somewhere, if the airspace goes over Kansas, I route around. Okay, I'm not
Your
into
butt
it
just
at all.
puckers up a little bit. That's all that happens.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't-
not into it at all.
You can feel it from below.
Yeah.
Well, there's hopefully states coming back on. Oh, we got some bass happening. What's going on? How's that going? Is that traveling?
Bass.
Just wait. Dave Sternberg will tell me if it gets bad.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
Dave, you're in charge. Not you.
That's
Dave.
bad.
Not you. Of course. Shout out to Benjamin. Definitely, those shirts came in. I haven't seen them yet, unfortunately, but because I've been busy with
We'll
other
get
stuff.
'em.
But Daniel's been busy because he's like dealing with the man out here. It's definitely crazy still. They're definitely. I think it's because this year's a new year, so everyone's trying to be all fucking buttoned up. Isn't it funny how Colorado like went through the same stages?
Yep.
But they went through it even quicker because they were trying to set a precedent, right? And then now it's like. Oklahoma got such a shitty name around the whole country knows what's up. They didn't fucking hold it down at all. They basically just went gangbuster, fucking Chinese mafia or whatever, like out of the gate. It was like, really? That's what's going on? I was like, oh my god, you guys just like took years for that to erode the scenes in other places. You guys went out the gate with,
Right.
we had the same in Colorado when I first got there. It was like, it wasn't Vietnamese, but which was surprising in relation or anything. But there was a little bit of Chinese, but there was tons of Russians. It was like, damn, and they were just the most scandalous people.
No,
and they were trying everything, and they had books that were like 13 feet across that were like, these are all names, these are the people we grow. They was like, come on, dude, they were double.
Oh, for all their med cards.
Oh, so bad. And like this is like 2009, 10, like and it was just like every place I went to was like, oh, it's another Russian guy with 10,000 names I had a guy who I first met when I came here was not Russian, but he was an American ex-military guy who had his whole back seat was just filled with files, and he drove around, and it was just like went from spot to spot. It was just like he was reading the law to the fucking letter and going, the best town, and this is weird, the best town in Colorado at that moment in time, 2009, when I first got here, was Greeley, Colorado, of all places. He said they have the best rules and the best. I was like, this is the worst place to live, though. I was like, this is fucking horrible, right? And he was like, no, but the laws are crazy. Of course, he completely ended up in jail in Georgia or something with actually in an RV.
Oh my gosh.
With loaded to the gills and driving around like an idiot, you know what I mean? And he was just like one of those guys who was
Destined.
Destined. He was he was, and you know whose friend he was? The Nose.
Don't say it.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
He was the
That's
Nose's
fine,
buddy, and so I met him in Amsterdam, and this guy was awesome. He was like he was literally like an angel because he was ex-military. He was like the last POW, was like second to the last POW to get out of Vietnam, right? So he was like super high, like he could do anything. He thought like, I can park my car in the middle of the fucking street, do whatever. He's like one of those guys. Like I'm a fucking POW. He pushed it to the max, and they gave him free flights to Germany or anywhere he wanted because he was military. He'd get on the plane and he'd just be like, here's my box. Don't touch my box. It's going in this little thing. And he'd go to Europe, and He goes, this is when I first got here. It was real crazy. He goes, Adam, he goes, anything you want from Amsterdam, I can get it for you. And I was like, really? Can you get clone? Can you take my clones? He goes, sure. Have your guy make it. And Terry made it up for me in a little box. I was like, cool. Take. And it was actually perfect because it was like the only reason half the shit lived, because right after that everything just got, oh dude, we left it all. I was like, oh, thank God. So they gave me. He just like literally picked him up over there, put him in his little box, got on the plane, fly over. Then he gets off the plane. They give him his box, and he drives to my house, and he hands me the box, and I'm just like, holy fuck, dude! These are all just like 48 hours ago. These were at my friend's house in Amsterdam. And
that's awesome.
And he was like, here you go, Adam. Anything else? And I was like, well, now I got all sorts of ideas, but I was like, that was just the best. And then he got in trouble, and so I never really got to capitalize on that incredible deal. But it was like, wow, that's why you're always in Amsterdam all the time. Like, he was just that guy.
I mean, you've told this story before, and so maybe I've asked this question. Was it like a diplomatic pouch, or?
No, it's just, if you're a high-ranking military in some way, shape, or form, and he was just lucky because he was a POW. He was like a burned-out weed grower, but he was an ex-POW, so he'd put on his best thing, and he wears little badges and shit, and he'd get on the plane, and he'd fucking they give him a box, and then you put all your shit in the box, and then they don't, it's like diplomatic immunity, but it's military immunity or whatever. And
they don't check the box.
Nah, he's like, once every so often they might, but it's usually I know. Or, it's just weird. It was just like they were like, nah, they don't check. There's too many of them. All these people just kind of come through. Yeah, you're good. But it was crazy because there was a whole tray, and my friend is super sloppy back in Amsterdam, and it was like, wow, you could have put so many more in there and made it so much more efficient, but he just was like, oh, and he threw them all in a box and like got them to me so fast enough that I got the cushage and I got all my originals and sage and stuff. So it was like, from the beginning when I first got here, I was like, wow, I got all my original shit. This is like
perfect,
wacky right out of the gate. It's like military grade cannabis at that point. But there you go, another wacky story on Adam Dunn Show. And I didn't even say 20 years ago, but it was
20 years ago.
10 years ago. It was 13 years ago. So anyway.
So how are we doing, Mark? Anybody complaining about that bass, or just we hear it?
They can hear it.
Oh, they hate us?
No one's hating it.
They're all hating us. Yeah. We can stop whenever if it gets all weird, because it's definitely we've done pretty good. We're like in an hour plus. I think.
No, listen, you guys, we love you.
And we had good
Thank you from coming
on.
Thank
Don't
you.
have to spoil it with some shit later. Miles wants to be on, but we can do it late.
Bring him on right now. Let's try to get it out. I mean, is it really bad, Mark? Is anybody saying they can't listen?
I'm going to ask them.
Okay.
We were waiting for Dave Sternberg. Huh? You can or you can't?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sir.
Dave is in charge.
He didn't write back to me yet, so
maybe
I don't
he's
know.
not watching the show. Maybe he's given up on us.
Know about it?
What? No bueno? Anyway, we are going to do, hopefully, either another hour later, just kind of keep everything set up, and we'll just kind of...
They say the audio's fine.
Oh, really?
Sweet.
In fact, it could be the best audio ever.
No, they're lying. Is that Kelly? Is that Kelly?
Nice.
Only Kelly would have said that.
Oh,
Oh, because they can't hear us. That's what I get.
Wait, the funny thing is,
I get it.
I said this to you earlier. He always sounds like he's fucking reading off of a card, except when he's insulting Adam and I.
Oh.
Then it's straight up,
right off the
fluid,
It's grandma curse stuff.
So are you serious, Mark, or are you fucking with us? Because I can't fucking tell.
Let's see. Lars Larson says the audio is fine. Young Snack says no complaints.
Wow.
JB at Yo Product says not an issue for me.
Oh, that's all I needed to hear. What's up,
It's
Benton?
only about that. The guy.
Matt Perfect says the audio is good.
So,
there you go.
so do you know the Yo-Tip story?
No.
I'm going to tell you the Yo-Tip
Let's
story.
hear it.
Okay.
Violins, please.
Shut up, bro.
No, this is a story of triumph. So Jesse Sternberg was in an accident a bunch of years ago. He has been in a chair. Didn't let that keep him down. During the plague and before, actually it was before the plague, realizing he can't get sick. I mean, that just would really help him not getting sick, right? So he thought this product up. This is the 5th iteration. It's birchwood. It's recyclable, renewable. It's the 2nd fastest growing wood out there. It's beveled, and it has these little ridges in it, so it really grips your joint.
I noticed when I put it in there, it did grip it.
It just
Nice.
your
Really
joint hits better.
We're gonna be
It
sampling
pulls it down
that.
to a point, right? So he posted online that he didn't want to release the product during the plague because he didn't want it to be a fear product.
Right.
I like how Dave says the plague in the
More
same
science
sentence
on the Adam
as
Dunn
he
show.
says, it's not a fear project.
Well, that's why.
Because it's not really the plague, but we're going to call it the plague because that's kind of like a fear thing.
Whatever it fucking was. It was, it was a fucked up time for all of us. And he didn't. They didn't release it then. They waited until after, and he made a Reddit post about wanting to contribute a portion of funds when they become cash flow positive to spinal cord research. And this kid who got into an accident at 16 years old, and he has also been in a wheelchair since 16, is now 31, answered that Reddit post, wrote to Jesse, and they started discussing, and Jesse offered him a job. As it turns out, his name is Jesse also, and he recently moved to Vegas to not only service the Planet 13 account for Yo-Tips, but he's opened up several accounts at dispensaries there who are going through these like they should. Every transaction that is a pre-roll and everybody buying flower, this is a potential $5 upsell. It just is. In addition to hitting great, it just adds that layer of protection. What I've been saying to people is, we're going to smoke a joint together. Do you know where I was 5 minutes ago? I mean, yes, some of you do because you're watching the show, but if we were standing outside, you had no fucking
supposed
idea.
To be rolling us another joint, but
I am. Here it
It's 30 minutes.
It's 30 minutes
I'm
later,
like, I need
Dave.
to hit it.
You know, so I believe in this company.
Everyone's timing you on the show too. You know that.
I don't give a fuck.
Everybody.
Slowest joint in existence.
They're like, wait a minute,
Damn,
Dave.
look at him, Brent jumping onto
He
the
knows what's up
fucking-
within a half a show. He's already figured it all out.
I'm not really all about timer, but maybe we should make a Dave joint timer.
Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
I hate you, Mark.
But don't have it up all the time. Have
Mark,
it so it
you're dead
flashes
to me.
up.
You're dead to me.
Can you start?
And then that way people
Can you
get-
start it at 15 minutes?
Oh yeah, once you hit the 15 minute
Oh, you'll
mark,
fit
yeah.
right in here, you motherfucker. All right.
But
No, keep ripping on me. Go right ahead.
We
Let's
will.
see.
We will.
So let me ask you this question, though. For whatever amount of time it takes me to roll this joint, will it be amazing, burn even, and be... Look, I mean, come on. This is a hand-rolled piece of perfection.
I bet it doesn't burn as long as it took you to roll it.
Oh, fucking love this guy. He's welcome back anytime. Anytime.
Because I'm just naturally funny.
Oh, they grew up faster.
That's... Wow. Fucking Mark, man. So who else can we do? We did DabX. So if you are here, and this is how it's going to work. It is the 30th anniversary of the Trichome Challenge. And we have a 6-foot Jerome Baker.
5 foot. Don't embellish.
Yeah, why are you
It's 60
I know.
inches.
I know you're used to that, but
5 foot.
Yeah, 60 inches is
Notice I've been posting 6 foot for the past 2 weeks. You didn't correct me at all.
Nah, because we didn't want to let you hang yourself. Now everyone knows. Now everyone knows you can't count.
I can't count. Anyway, it's a big fucking bong.
It's big, man.
It's nitrous assisted. It has a DabX rocket attached to it.
The DabX, no, but we've converted it to the Go now. The Go is way better.
went to the Go. Okay.
Yeah, we've moved on.
It has a DabX product.
That was
attached
hot
to
mess.
it. And if you come down and buy a pack of seeds, you can take a hit and you walk away, and then we're doing some type of little raffle giveaway. So come on down to the Cowboy Cup.
If you want to do like the sesh mode, which he gets all grumpy.
No, I've been using it
You
now,
go like
especially
this,
with
and
rosin.
then you go like that, and then it goes quicker, and it doesn't melt it through, and now it's like ready faster. So it's
That's cool.
That's a better way to go because then you get less melt through. Because what happens is it heats up and it melts through, and then you kind of like look at it and you're like, dude, like half of it's in the bottom.
Whoa, yeah.
And so if you do it that way, it just goes quicker and it fucking rocks. And you can do it again, like
getting
right
a
after
rip.
each other. You do it again. You just
Solid.
you go, yeah, quick.
Check out the big brain on Brad.
So what do you guys think of, because we had we met some people here who are breeders. I bumped into Michael Fang at the Jack Herer Cup in Las Vegas. What do you think of these autoflower feminized
Uh-oh, don't ask Jeff.
seeds?
You don't want to get me started on this topic.
No, what are you talking
We
about?
grew some autos this year.
You're amongst friends, my
in
friend.
Colorado.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a ton of luck. And Jeff told us we weren't going to have a ton of luck.
So he jinxed it.
Did you put them in the
Here's
ground
the
first,
thing,
or
if
did you have them in pots?
Right in the ground.
No,
Yeah,
right into the
okay.
ground. Here's the
That's
here's the
first
deal.
fuck up
If you
people
wanna have a minimal effort crop, and you're not real concerned with the yield, and you can maybe plant a lot of them, and you're not going to extract them, then I think that it might be a good option for you. But
Not gonna extract.
I don't believe they are very extractable for whatever reason, the resin heads don't wash well, and even in BHO, we've experienced low yields in processing for other clients.
Interesting. Because that was what I thought might be the saving grace for it, like where it's like, oh, you just throw them out and then you extract them all, and you're not really worried about them too much, and if the resin's resin and it does its job, but.
All of these guys went against me this year. I told them that we weren't going to have a lot of success with it. They said we really need to experiment with it. So I agreed, let's experiment with it. And our head grower in Colorado got a patch going, and it was in one of the best spots of the whole field, and we took really good care of them. And
they looked great too. They looked decent.
But they didn't produce nearly the terp profile that any other strain in the field, normal strain would produce.
Was it hempy or?
Yeah, it was very hempy. Even even good hemp was more terpy than this stuff.
It was weird. Yeah,
it's like kind of like you're like, wait a minute, this is the stuff that we used to avoid. You know what I mean?
And
I always thought that was ruderalis in general, because when I worked at Sensi, they had that. They had the ruderalis skunk and the ruderalis indica. The ruderalis indica was actually like kind of weird because they took the best and the worst genetics and they mixed them up, and you were like, dude, what is going on here? It was like NL 5 times ruderalis. And I was like, what?
What?
Why would you do that? Like it just ruined everything, and you were like,
that was intentional.
And so what happened was the fast ones were just ruderalis, and the slow ones were just NO5. So it was like kind of like, okay, well, that's interesting, because you got sometimes for $25, I think you got 15 seeds. It was like physically the best deal if you bought the most and then ran through it. You're gonna definitely get like a whole bunch of shit, but a couple of gems, and those gems are gonna be really worth it. So it's kind of like it was a grower's pack, but it wasn't necessarily. It was definitely scary, and I didn't want to have it anywhere near any of my shit. And I had a friend's, my girlfriend's like brother started growing weed, and it was weird because he was Dutch and he was super efficient. Like everything he did was like on point. He's like, I'm making feminized seeds now, and I was like, oh no. He's like, yes, feminized. This is like way back, and he's like, feminized ruderalis, and I was like, that's the worst idea I ever heard. Like that was like, I was like, don't do it. Like to me, it was like poison, right? I was like, what? And then he was really reading the future, and any Dutch kid who's got a seed company now is pretty much that's all they're doing, like doing like fast. We're doing fast buds and super buds and back about. I was like, oh my god, you guys are like, okay, it's not always about faster. Usually you lose something, like just like we talked about earlier, like everything. Yeah, exactly. Like okay, so it goes quicker, meaning it's worse. You know what I mean? And they're like, no, it's better, it's faster, and you're like, you get one more crop a year, and there's always like, on paper it looks great, and it's like, wow, this is smart. But then you smoke it, and you're like, I don't know. But it's funny because they're really good at photography now, like, and it can make everything look super great, and you're like, wow, that looks pretty good. But in the end, you're like, again, you try it, and you're like, nah, this is not good.
And like Brent said, these plants coming all the way up, they grew from a seed. They were strong, vigorous plants. They blew up. They got way bigger. Some of them got way bigger than what we expected, and they even looked nice on the bud. And then it's like, where the hell is the terp?
And then you're like, what the fuck? It's like,
yeah,
hempy. It's like when you have real waxy plants too, though. It's just sort of like, oh no, it looks so good. Like Purple Punch does that with everything, right? That looks great, and it's not doesn't do anything hardly. Like comes out waxy as fuck, and you're like, well, there you go. That tells all. That's why it doesn't get you high. And like that's the thing, sour. Whenever you make regular hash out of it, just water hash, it's so sticky. It's like, oh my god, dude, this is so not easy to work with. It gets everywhere, and stuff, but it's great. And every little piece is like, whoa, this is fucking nice. But it doesn't feel right. Like it's not. Some stuff turns into really good hash, and it gets all hard. It's very hard to find. But like. And right now they're ruined all of the Moroccan hash. So it's like all the Moroccan guys are pissed because all the American guys got all their shit in there, right? And so they're all, do-si-do and fucking runts. They got fields of runts. The runts as far as you can see, right? And it's like, and then they try to make hash out of it, and it's like, to the untrained eye, it's better because it's all gooey, ooey, and falling apart. But it doesn't have the long-lasting capability of being able to transport it anywhere. So the guys get it from A to B, and then by the time they get it A to B, they try to undo it, and all the tape gets stuck to it, and all the things are not like, it doesn't feel right. It used to go zip, 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 and they could pull it out, and look at that. It would be hard. They'd heat it up. It would get like bendy, and then they would, work it, and then it would get softer, and then they would smoke it or keep working that piece, and it would but it would always go back to hard. Be like hard again. You have to work it again. New hash is like just stays gooey. So they're like, this
It won't ever get hard.
They're like, this sucks. So the old guys are like, this is not hash. This is bullshit. You know, this is bullshit. Bullshit. And so they're looking at it from the level of guys who have been doing it for fucking thousands of years, and they have real weed, and then they have shitty weed. And to them, this is shitty weed, even though it smells great. It's like the bullshit weed that kids would probably, because you always had valley weed, right? And then you had higher altitude weed, and the altitude weed was obviously better. Plants were tighter, smart, more fucking on point. The lower stuff would be like leafy, and they'd make charas out of it normally because they couldn't smoke it,
Right.
But if you go up to the mountains, it'd be like real proper, and they'd even get, they'd still, nobody in Morocco smokes weed anyway, but they'd get keef, and they'd break off bracts and cut those up and mix it with tobacco and do sorts of shit like that. But it's crazy because we've just spread our shit everywhere and fucked it all up. It's like, oh no, we fucked up Morocco now. It's like they have cheese. They have so much cheese, it's out of control. Because all the English guys, we want cheese. They wanted it, and they got it, and they had it, and it's been going on and on and on and on. And now they don't have any local shit anymore, and they're kind of like, oh dude, our other stuff was 3.5% THC or something like that.
Is that gonna happen here?
Oh yeah. It's already happened. It's happening.
Yeah.
As we speak.
Do you got cheese on a stick?
Do we?
They got it here at the Cowboy Cup.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah!
Cheese on a stick at the Cowboy Cup. Mark's killing it. But yeah, we're definitely doing it. We're definitely fucking up all the genetics. It goes quicker and quicker because there's so much hype now. It's like, everything's so homogenized quickly, like really quick, to the point I don't even bother half the time because I'm just like, whatever. It used to be like you hold people a little accountable, Now it's just like it's
a free-for-all.
It's two completely not possible fucking crosses combined into some new supercross that's like, that is not true at all. There's none of that in there, you know what I mean? It's just it sounded good, and it doesn't matter anymore because there's so much fruit associated that it's like, you can just get papaya, fucking platinum papaya, blah, blah, add 16 titles to anything and then throw something at the end that's just like, really? Jelly donut, papaya, what now? We're getting kind of like, it's like, oh yeah, bro. And then the lineage, if you actually got it,
add Skittles to that.
If you got it told to you, you'd just be like, that is the fucking, I'm sure there might be one or two good ones, but it's the biggest, mutt you've ever seen.
Right.
And it's like back when I was in Amsterdam, I wanted to call everything Trailer Trash Seed Company and have just all the fucking anything mixed up together because that's kind of where we're at anyway.
That is where we're at.
So. But it's opinion. This is all opinions, of course. What is that later?
Popular opinion.
Yeah. Oh, there is. Yeah. I mean, it's obvious, especially when you're in a newer market too, because it's like they've never seen a sour diesel, they've never seen a chem, they've never seen any of the stuff that we sort of would work with, because those are like, and they're always like, I've had a chem something, and you're like, you've never
chem Skittles.
Yeah. Yeah, or you just some possible connection to something, but chances are not, because almost everything you've ever seen is usually not what the person was told for reasons, either important reasons or not important reasons.
I mean, even in the medical market, it's a good percentage of deception in what you're actually getting, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and especially when it goes in the hands of people who don't AA, or just looking at I saw it in Amsterdam real quickly, where people are like, they would have a coffee shop with 20 things on the menu and 2 things behind the counter. You know what I mean? And they would just act like, basically not write anything on anything and just stand there and go like, you'd go, oh, can I get a Jack Herrer? They'd be like, oh, yes, where are you from? Oh, I'm from the States. And they'd be like, okay, these guys from the States, they seem to know what weed's about. Give them the good shit, right? And then they could be like, next guy would be from France. The Jackie, they'd be like, where you from? France. Oh, France. Give them the shit. Boom. And then they just give them that. And so it was like, but it was the same weed, and then the other guy wants Northern Lights, and the other guy, it's like, give them, they'd break it down to either size or color or something, but they barely. I've seen guys I've been on behind the counter watching them do 2 things of weed, fill the entire menu, and make everybody somehow believe it in their head that it was different, just because they were cut different or
We got Miles that just
let's
got
roll.
here.
We're
Thank you
outta here.
guys for coming in.
Thank you guys.
All right. Thank you, man.
Oh, look, Brent's like, get me the fuck
Get out of here.
Oh,
Stop
fuck.
talking to me.
You could leave any
high now.
time. Yeah,
It
we
feels great.
we are bad
It
at
worked, right? The fucking
getting
shit
people
it
off.
tasted not so great, but
I
it
can
worked. great.
taste
Yeah,
the
but
cheese
it
on the
worked.
stick out there. Man, I'm
The
in.
BHO
I mean,
is
it's
phenomenal, too.
oh yeah, thank
Right
you.
on, y'all.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you.
All right, try not to scoop out the whole thing with you as you go along, because that's what we're,
Pocket carry with the flavors.
the flavors.
That's right.
And the fucking shitty pipe. But
Hell yeah,
one
thanks
day
for
they'll
coming
come
through,
with
man.
it, right? They'll come
One
correct.
day.
It's not my fault.
It's totally your fault. 100% your fault. Oh,
We have some.
Are you? Who's not a VIP judge? Or come on, guys. I thought all the VIP. Did
I
we
don't-
not take care of the VIPs? Is that what's part of the deal?
I don't think they're VIPs.
Oh, those guys, they're the VIPs.
No, they had to pay, like Daniel charged people like money.
I know. Would you understand that? Well, thanks for coming in. Those guys, we got Miles, the man himself. He's
Hell
straight
yeah,
off.
we got Miles coming in.
Oh, he's like, I wonder who's been down there taking care of it. I guess it's been.
Someone else. No, it's your beautiful wife, Cece.
It is Cece, but I think it's Cece and mostly Kyle. But Kyle was up here a minute ago, so who knows? And Vinny's back, so.
Wow, we've almost got 2 hours on. This is great. I thought that they were going to kick us off for the base.
It's an hour and a half.
Oh, that's almost. That's almost to him. You got to squeeze in and just lay back here. You want to hang out with me. You don't want to hang out with. And then you got to give him one of these.
Does this one work or no?
Yeah.
We just turned.
It works. 'Cause I remember it wasn't working.
We just kind of turned all of them on.
It
It's
works.
cool.
Oh, I
Then
have
he
to
figured
remember
out
shit
that
wrong.
there's buttons that have
You
to
got to
go there.
remember where it wrong.
I know.
So you can make fun of it.
Yeah.
Miles doesn't know how to wear it.
You know, I
No,
want to
that's
say,
perfect right
where
now.
are you from,
It's
Miles?
lined
And you
up.
go, France.
France.
No,
Left
France. We are the Coneheads. We are from France.
Those are yours. This one was left behind, right? So we just toss that.
Toss that.
Yes. See, that's how it works around here, right? You get it.
Do y'all have a grinder?
We
Oh,
do- we have
that's-
me.
Oh yeah, we have grinders. We
Oh,
have
you
crush
have
grinders.
weed. Never mind.
We have
Where
grinders.
are they?
They're in the booth. You didn't grab any?
Oh, this
No.
came from out
I
there.
didn't even know they were in the booth.
Everything from Vegas is here. So anything that was
Oh.
there, like the dab X's are here.
So let Vinny
The-
and Mark know so that they can
Oh,
send somebody
let me
down
do
there to go
something
get a crush
with
grinder.
the show right
No,
now.
it's
I'm
not gonna
working
happen
on
right
the
now.
show.
I'll just leave you guys.
you-
Working on the show,
What?
can't go
I'll just give you
anywhere.
guys some
We
weed.
can't go anywhere.
I like that
Don't
idea.
smell. Yeah, check those out.
What is
That's-
this? Country classic?
No, nothing is on. Nothing was.
That's the,
That's a
dope,
name
that's the
on-
dopest
Country
factory
Country
jar
crop.
lid I ever seen, though.
So that
Mine will
is-
say ball.
Yeah. Well, they say ball on the side, I think. That's Kim D.
Country classic.
Can you? I didn't get to show you. So that's Kim D.
This is yours?
Yeah.
From out at the ranch?
For me, yeah.
What? What? Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
stinky gassy. How long has this been in the jar?
Not long.
Not
I
long
was
enough.
about to say.
Not long. It just got cut. I literally cut it down like the day
Wow.
before, all stressed out.
I might leave this. I mean, if it wasn't
Give
smoking,
it to
I'll
Miles.
leave this jar open for you.
Here you go.
And then let's see what we
Roll
got
us a
here.
hashy joint.
To be honest with you, that smells like pure gasoline.
This one unfortunately didn't get to go the right way, but it's still the real deal. Like we just smoked some and it got you very high.
What was it?
The sour. The sour got you high.
Really good.
It got me really high. It's
You know what? Shout out to 14er
that
and
one
their
got
Jack Arrow strain.
that one was like for some reason responded like the guy was so peaked out and I ran out of the CO2 and I just sort of like it came in and everything crisped out in like one day. It was weird. So
When the CO2 ran out,
yeah,
it was
and
like
I fucked up.
finished.
I didn't. Yeah, I was right at that moment. It needed it the most. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's the Motor Breath.
All this is fresh? Is this
Yeah,
not? This
same
is,
time.
This seems younger, but I don't know.
Everything's same time. But a long time. Everything was in there a long time.
Long
Long
time.
time.
Me grow you long time.
Me grow you a long time for sure.
So, Adam, you were driving, so I don't know if you saw it or if you even follow Miles's Instagram feed. Damn, right? He posted something that made me. I'm so glad I didn't have any liquids anywhere around me to spill or spit out my nose. He posts, to the person on my flight who thinks they have their weed in a smell-proof bag, you don't. And so I felt the need to inform the community with one of my cannabis public service announcements as the pilot and let everyone know. And he saw it on the plane, which was quite funny. So did we ever find out who it was?
It was me.
It was
It
you?
was definitely me. My weed was
Oh.
or like someone gave me a jar to hash, and I rolled a joint.
Foul.
And I forgot to put those last two things in my smell-proof baggie. And
So
they were
wait,
reeking
you
up the
called
cabin.
yourself out, and then someone like me goes and posts it while you were still in the air.
I was trying to like throw him off my scent, like, hey, whoever that is. not
on
me.
social media.
That was smart.
Yeah.
That was genius.
So wait,
I
after
was
you
already
got
through
busted,
security.
Yeah, does anyone care?
Yeah,
Nobody cares.
Dave.
There was
I was
literally
having fun with it.
It was literally a half ounce of weed, and like maybe a half ounce of hash too. Tops. Whatever.
So do we take care of everything, Vinny? Everybody good? Everybody's good now?
You jerked off the band?
Did you go take care of things?
Tickle the feather.
No.
Is everyone all good?
Yeah. No, I'm just waiting.
Vinny's the fluffer.
Was
for
every
the
was
band.
things not all good at one point?
I'm just making sure.
No, the band needs to be taken care of. People have needs in a band.
What band?
I don't. It's a band with people that play instruments.
No, I'm saying which one did Vinny suck off tonight or whatever? Not really. I love you, bro.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
You got a free lammy though.
bro.
You got a laminate now.
Total receiver, bro.
Totally. You got the
I
laminate.
think he keeps stepping up in the laminate.
Total
He's moved
receiver.
up in the laminate game. He's
What do you
already-
have now?
Hey, let me in. Blow me.
Like tomorrow, his laminate will say owner.
Oh, he's
It'll
that
be like
guy.
the guy own this bitch. Like, got
That was so great.
straight to the top.
No, you know what it'll say? Daniel Lewis.
Boss.
Daniel
It's a
Lewis.
nice-
Is that the owner guy?
Yeah,
Top?
he's the guy. I heard Daniel talking to the guy who runs the facilities, this whole
The venue
complex,
guy.
and he was like, "So, Mr. Lewis, do you have security?" And he says, "Yeah, we do." He goes, "Are they Crete certified?
Crete? What's that?
Do they pack heat?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do." He goes, "Well, they're going to definitely want to be armed in this neighborhood overnight." I'm like, "Okay, let's go. Bye-bye."
Really?
Oh, yeah. This
There's-
Tulsa, man. Anything that wasn't locked down was going to get taken.
Really?
Think about it for a second.
I didn't get
It's
that
a
impression, but
publicized
what do I
weed
do?
event. They knew where people had weed. If somebody were thinking about it, it was
It's
gonna,
no Santa Rosa.
but
I'll
it's
tell you
done,
that.
and it's too late. You know, they had great security. This was a great event. They
I love
stepped it up from Stillwater last year.
Stillwater was the only bad thing about this. Well, other than all the, yeah. Still, for me, Stillwater was the worst part about the event last year because it was just like, fuck, why aren't we somewhere? Like, it was inconvenient for everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
But
you
the
wanted
event
to,
was awesome.
It was like everything was pretty much isolated at the event because once you got done, there was nothing there except for one Chinese place that stayed open till
But it was pretty good.
It was
The
pretty good.
Chinese, I don't remember. I must have smoked enough weed to forget what I ate in Stillwater, Oklahoma last year.
So here's the interesting thing here. There are no
Daylight
more-
bagels, you can always get that here.
Yeah, donuts. Daylight donuts.
Daylight donuts. I mean, daylight donuts.
Yeah, we got those.
There are a
Daylight
lot
donuts.
of them. And every grocery
Remember how many-
store is now Walmart grocery store.
Except for
In
reasons.
Tulsa?
Except for reasons. I went there.
I
last
think
night.
they own them
Honors.
too.
But they were. It was funny because I was like, oh look, 24 hours, and it was like right next to here. And then for some reason, I thought it had a totally different address, and I was like, wow, this is not it. And I was like at the Civic Center, and I was like pulled in by I was like, are there like 3 police cars down by you guys? They're like, no. And I'm like, okay, good, because I'm like in underground parking with 3 cops going like, this is not where I'm supposed to
Thank
be.
God this is wrong.
And the GPS was telling me to go there. I was like, really? To the police station? You want me to go to the underground police
Lex will
station?
be snitching on you.
It was weird.
Sending you to the cops.
Yeah, I was like, that is not where these guys are. Thank God, because I drove around like 3 times and it kept taking me back to the same spot. And I was like, all right, this is really weird. So there you go.
Expo Square, Cowboy Cup. Who's
and-
coming tomorrow?
Exactly.
I am.
I'll be there.
We're here.
I'll be here.
we know we are really here.
Yes, definitely for sure.
Yo,
Really, for
the
sure,
nitrous
definitely.
assisted fucking.
Gotta buy a pack of seeds.
Yo, this is the best thing. This like the thing where they gas out the fucking train car with the which everybody does. Like Cookies had the little plastic gun.
I
Like
started
this,
all that.
But that shit is garbage.
Where do you think they got that idea from, though? They
Whatever,
made it
some
worse.
OG. But this,
Some OG.
nobody's ever. That's irrelevant. All
You're
that
supposed to
stuff
say
in
a
the-
baseball player?
A baseball player. Maybe Adam Dunn. But that stuff was dope.
It's like The Simpsons.
But
I always
this, what you're doing now, is like the ground. Like this is.
It's astral projecting of cannabis.
I'm.
This is why Adam took that seat tonight, because he's got a bit of a chubby right now. Keep
Fully
going.
impressed.
Yeah, no, he's fully
impressed.
I got it all. I got it all on tape.
Yeah.
Oh wait, let me see.
Yeah, you gotta send me that video. That was with the shot where it looks all trippy and you're sitting right, like the way it's set up as the race car.
Who is he talking about?
The Jerome Baker rig.
I know.
That like Nick Porto just built himself like a sim racing rig where he plays video games and it looks like you're sitting
right now,
in a
guys.
race car.
Wow.
It's 7:10. It's 7:10.
Everybody, turn your calculator upside down. It's funny how we've turned the word oil on a calculator into the patron holiday.
It makes more sense than
That's gonna be tomorrow.
420, which is just like a big
Well, no, it depends on
It won't be that, but it'll be pretty good.
It depends on what you think the 420 came from. Like, we have a view on where sour diesel came from. Some people have a view on where 420 came
But
from, and some
710 is
people
not
are wrong.
open to interpretation. It's just it is.
Oh, he remembered. God damn it!
To make sure y'all see what
It's
I mean.
right here.
What'd you do? Would you lose something?
What'd you leave?
See, we didn't even touch
Oh.
it.
Wow.
They made the play. Those guys did it. They did it. They didn't fuck up.
Damn.
It's amazing.
But there's 2 here left, so these are for you, right?
Oh, look at that.
No, those are for Vinny. Give him to Vinny.
Those are Vin Bobs.
Really?
He asked me to ask Brent to bring him some hash.
There you go. Look, everybody's happy now. Everybody.
Is it any good? If it's any good, leave it here.
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
Just one BHO. Just BHO.
You can give it a Vinny.
Hey, hold on, let me see.
I like how they.
Well played.
I like how
Well
they
played,
spelled your
sir.
name on the
They
thing
put
today.
They put whose name on what name?
Looks like what, they spelled it wrong. You like that?
Yeah, they
that was
did.
I like how they spelled it wrong. And Nick's. Nick's is less noticeable, but yeah, they spelled both.
What
right.
they play?
We're gonna watch
Miles
it. We're gonna watch it
Felipe?
over here.
With a PH.
We're gonna watch it over here.
Well, that's not
In a
bad.
second. Not yet. Not yet. It's
I
coming.
got on the
It's coming.
airplane this time with
Preparing
my
it.
ticket and my name spelled wrong.
That's not supposed to
terrible.
happen.
Not
I
looking
know,
like that.
so I
you're not.
figured if I got in trouble for the stinky weed, it would just be like,
Now
well,
you're gonna
that's
be like,
not
all
me.
right,
It's
we
spelled
gotta
wrong.
film everything. The camera idea,
Dude, they
as far
could
as for the
empty your
phone, to keep
plane,
it easy
man,
and not
for
fuck
shit
around.
like
'cause
that.
What, with one L
tomorrow, though,
instead
I'm gonna
of 2?
tonight
like
we
with
charge
my
it. We're
last
gonna think
name?
about it because
Really?
then we can set
Well,
that
they
up.
didn't.
and
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
just- I'll
They're
run
slacking.
that. Plus,
They
we'll
be
do the
slacking.
phones.
Yeah, no, and they
And
toss
with
your
the phones, we
salad.
can just let them put a phone thing there and say, if you want, I'll
Yo,
put
I got
your phone
searched,
here.
like,
We don't put
coming
our
onto
phone
the
there.
plane.
Let them do it, and then we don't have to send
Sure.
it to them.
What's going on, Adam?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
All right,
do
thank
know
you.
what you're talking
Thank you.
about.
I'm
Yes.
inventing in my head. I'm inventing in my head.
sweet.
Next level shit. Like,
Next level shit.
That's how I do it. It just comes to me in these little waves where I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I can do that.
Can you pass the cheam creams?
We haven't got to the
Pass
foot
me the
pedal yet.
cream
We haven't got to the
creams.
foot pedal yet. We haven't got to. There's levels to this shit.
No, the foot pedal is like.
Can we watch my video?
Like, here's the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Here's
Hold
the
on,
thing
it's
you gotta
coming,
figure
it's
out.
coming,
It's coming?
Like,
Yeah.
what's it
Okay.
take?
It's being
Seriously, you
prepared,
should
and now
sell
it
those
should
rigs.
either.
What's
Oh, no, wait,
that?
it's
The
coming,
fucking
it's coming. One
race
of one.
car
It's
thing?
halfway there.
Y'all should sell those for like
I'm feeling
10
fucking
grand or
zooted.
5 grand
There you go.
with the tank, like money. Like
Yeah,
you,
no, we're taking orders right
I already
now. If
have-
anybody would
I-
like
I
one,
drew this out- I
10
drew this
grand.
out.
It gets the like.
I
not-
literally-
you can
I
do it for
literally
less.
drew
You do
this
it for,
up.
like, you could do it for like.
I drew this up
5
for.
No, Miles
for-
said the price.
Do we
Here
need
goes.
audio,
Yeah.
or are we just
Yeah.
watching it?
Yeah.
All right, here it goes, guys.
All right, hold on.
Come on through.
The,
This is worth the whole show right here.
the idea was a while back.
Yeah.
Do you need the audio?
This is the 30th anniversary of this idea. This is just taking it to the next level. That JVD looks perfect. Look at that, Vinny. It's like
Right? Totally psychedelic.
Come on, bro.
Therapeutic JBD. It's a good time.
Look at the eyes.
Oh, he's so long now.
Give me more gas.
Give me the gas.
You know, technically you would have failed that one. There is room.
Breathing, getting that good ass front, baby.
fill the bowl and just take the balloon and put it over it, and the balloon would.
Oh wait, that's.
I'm like, this is the photo. We're like, this is such a flashback.
I'm never leaving, dude. Y'all are gonna have to tear me out of this seat. Shit.
Slow motion this side.
Oh, you're recording?
So he didn't know he was recording.
Somebody asked me how did this come to be? I said, this is what happens when you put 3 highly intelligent stoners together for a few minutes to think up
were on the
something.
phone call.
And he goes fucking.
Who was
Wasn't
it?
the phone call,
Who
but it
were
was
the
just the
3
latest
people?
phone
You
call.
two
Yeah.
and somebody else?
No,
No.
we called up Dabex, and it was like we were just talking. It was hearing Adam and Christian talk like they were brothers. Like I've known Christian 13 years. It seemed like he and Adam have known each other 3 lifetimes. They were like, "Fuck, we gotta hang out," and they'd never met.
He did race cars, and he was saying, you know, I had nitrous in my race car, right? And you know, it wasn't even hooked up to the tank. I just had it coming around the corner, and I put it in my helmet right before while I was waiting to go race. And I was like, really? You're doing nitrous before races? That's like crazy.
Let's be friends.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's like, we gotta talk, man. This is perfect. I love this.
So Adam goes, "I've got this idea. We're gonna put a rocket on a really long bong. You're gonna be sitting in like a race car. It'll have this nitrous thing," and he just went, "That's it. It's genius." And that's how it came to be.
Yeah.
And most companies could come up with an idea like this and fuck it up in 2 years. He came up with the idea and put it into practice in like 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Less than that.
I mean, in the
Five
idea in
weeks.
the air, but it was like we had to get to Vegas, and Vinny had to sit there with fucking basically babysit.
Oh, wait, let's go back
Shout
for a
out to
second.
Cowboy.
Hold on. Shout out to
Yes.
Vinny for testing it 19 times.
to
The
Cowboy.
nitrous.
They like
Shout out
get it
to
right.
like,
Shout out
he's-
to everyone
I got
at
a text.
JBD,
I got a
Jason,
text.
Andrew,
It
Cowboy.
works.
Jen.
Works.
We are.
I was like, oh, it's working.
So,
And that was
what was the fine tuning you had to do on it?
Oh, Vinny just wanted to do
connection.
nitrous.
It was just for his 19.
Yeah.
No, it's connections.
Respect.
They just had glass sitting there. There was no downstem. There was no attachment.
It
there
had
was,
a few adjustments that were not
nothing.
quite. We're
It was
working-
very
It's almost
rudimentary.
there.
Foot pedal.
Yeah, he had to get him to blow
When you
some
got the
stuff to
foot
make it
pedal
work.
set
Yeah,
dude.
had him
Oh, wait,
actually.
he had to.
Yeah, he had
Oh.
to be like, hey, yo, I need this.
Yeah, they actually blew glass for us
Seriously,
to get that
like
glass
you could
for him,
sell
yeah.
them like right out the booth, like have one at the booth. And be like,
Miles, we're taking
with it.
orders. They're 10,000
They're not 10
and 420.
I would
come with
It
get
might
it.
be 10 when you put the fucking
They
foot
can come
pedal
with all
on.
sorts of bullshit.
They're 10,000 and 420. Buyer
You're
beware.
not taking
Buy
it
as is.
seriously.
I think we could get it.
Why, you
We've
think
done
it's
stupider
unsafe?
things.
Let's say for 42.
4,200.
It's unsafe
Yeah,
slash
4,200.
illegal.
It depends on how much Jason is going to charge us for the tubes.
I'm saying 42.
Yeah, he's not gonna do that much.
9,000.
Whatever the material cost and some little bit of.
I mean, it's just
whatever.
clear.
That's what you say.
It's literally the easiest thing he's ever had to do.
down?
You could
It's
sell
like-
some 30th
probably
anniversary
14.
after.
What is that
22?
rocket? 14 or 18?
It's the 30th anniversary of the
what
can-
the
of the
rocket
Trichome Challenge.
attaches to. It's a
93.
14 mil.
You could probably put one together for 22.
Okay.
Oh, dude, don't worry. It was literally the easiest thing in the world to make because it's just a straight tube with a fucking closed bottom. And level.
It's a great concept.
Oh, you got to have a kiln that big, though.
That's the hardest part, having the kiln. I was like, oh, you have a. I literally
We have
came
a
in and was
Jason
like,
Harris.
wow, you really do.
You had to fit diagonal and shit.
It was awesome. He made it work.
Yeah, but we have a Jerome Baker glass.
Oh, I know.
That-
It's like
that's 6
like
foot long.
And again,
working
shout
with
out to
working with
everyone at-
Jason.
Nitrous
So
up
working
through
with
it.
Jason is like working with any
Please,
party
man.
and dealing with DJs and bands and people like that. It's like if they're professionals, everything goes smooth because everybody expects certain things and it works. Whereas if it's somebody who's like, talking a big talk and they can't fucking hang there, you're fucked. You know what I mean? So there's important things, and yeah, it's just easy. Like it's just work with pros.
Especially when we're in Vegas, too, though.
Oh, especially because it's like Jason's the only guy in the world because he's got 6 foot bongs.
Yeah.
How do you think he made those? He didn't make those just magically out of nowhere. And it was like, okay, so you're the guy who can make long, big, giant bongs.
If anybody can, it's Jason Harris.
And he understood the whole competitive side, and he understood the whole thing. So it's like, and also shout out to Jen because
Totally.
to pack those things is a nightmare. And she
Oh my
fucking
God,
nailed it.
she's the greatest.
She nailed it, and we have to repack it, and Vinny's gonna get all flustered.
I'm all right.
He
I'm all
saw
right.
it. He opened it up, and it was like millions of peanuts fell out of it. It was like peanuts, but you got to because we traveled. So Kevin, shout out to Kevin Longo, Canna Cabinet, killing it down there.
Cowboy.
killing it in Pueblo. Couldn't, but he managed to. He had the van ready, which was awesome. That was fucking golden. So having the van kind of working, not quite there,
right?
But him working with Ben and getting that vibe going. Ben started putting like interior on it, not real interior, but like just giving him the for us to do a shoot there. But he's got the proper Cheech and Chong van, which he's going to bring to Colorado for the summer.
Sick.
Oh wow!
So we'll have it.
God,
We can
that's
park it at SoHi. We can leave it at SoHi all the time and get people in there, and that'll just draw people. And it's like, wait a minute, is that a Cheech and Chong van? Is that SoHi place? Oh my God, you know. So that's like the perfect like lure 'em in kind of place. So.
Well, speaking of Cheech and Chong, maybe we can give a shout out to the Judge's Watermark and put up their website.
Who?
Mark. Hello, Mark. Can we put up the Judge's Water on there for everyone to see?
Wow, that's a great
they
idea,
sent us,
man.
They sent us the Judge's Water. Come on, get on it.
Judge's Water? What is Judge's Water?
That's the Cheech and Chong bottle of vodka that converts to a bong.
Don't you have that one?
They're selling alcohol.
Yeah.
It's the Judge's Water. Remember when they were in Up in Smoke and he's all fucking
Mexican.
high and he needs a drink and he
Judge's
goes over and grabs the Judge's Water
up,
and he
that's
says
real?
it's fucking vodka.
There you go.
So his name's Danny Keith. He came up with the idea. He's a brilliant marketing guy, and they put together the Judge's Water.
And it's a bong?
It's a bottle of vodka that if you want to take the time, it has a conversion kit to turn it into a glass bong.
Unfortunately, it's.
We have the prototype one, and it just had some glue on it, and it wasn't really good for us to use until we cleaned it out, and we didn't have time in Vegas. It's just a. See, look, there it is, Miles.
Fucking vodka, man.
Yeah. So there are only going to be 300 of them made, I believe, or maybe it's 420. They're all signed. They come with a little booklet signed by Cheech and Chong.
The fuck?
And it makes it right now, when you think about it, this is the holiday season, and
You
while
got one?
we don't drink alcohol, makes for a great gift. I mean, you can't beat it, and you gotta think that
For
if
the
you're
booze hound in your life.
almost, for the Cheech and Chong collectible, because
For real.
that line,
That's the real
it's
thing.
fucking vodka, is so classic. Vinny's been playing it long before we knew that it was going to be a product.
Oh, right.
So, I mean,
I was sad because I wanted to use it, and we shot a video. I sent you some pictures to throw up. We shot a little video with his van. You can check out, turn around and check out that thing. Throw him up.
Oh, I've seen it. I
Oh,
know
you've
Kevin.
seen it. Yeah. That thing was.
I remember when he or maybe it was that or something else. He bought it and he was driving it back from Cali or some shit.
Well, he
Or was that something
went.
else?
That might have been it. But he went and looked at the real one, the actual one. This is a replica, so it's almost
Okay.
better because it's a replica. Because they really
fan art.
Yeah, it's just like they almost got it. Like what they have to do is, you can see the fronts have like metal and it should have sensibility.
Should be those rolls.
Should be, yeah. So
the
basically,
tie stick.
You just have to print the tie stick on there and it'll be fucking sick. There you go.
Oh man, Miss Stacy Keach, rest in peace,
Oh,
buddy.
wait a minute, those are. There you go. There's a side shot of it. They definitely nailed it though, in a sense, as far as like the back is the best part.
He crushed it.
It's got like
Totally
a stage on it
crushed
or
it.
whatever. And then so we had those guys.
We met with the people running the Cheech and Chong brand, the vodka brand, and they really dug what we were doing with this. And I don't know if he told you, he literally, I think he didn't sleep for like 36 hours. He put a 3-day storyboard together in 8 hours, and then actually executed every shot the next day, which should have been done in 3 days in the course of 5 hours.
For what?
For, Mike, can I even say?
Just a little short video because we had all the basically having all the pieces there. It was like, wait a minute, we're gonna
What
have
is
all,
it?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you later, man. I'll tell you
What's
when
the
it's.
deal? When's it come out?
I
What's
don't
the
know.
debut?
We're gonna
I don't
work
know what
on
you're
it.
talking about.
Luckily, well, here's the whole thing: is that Ricky's brother Kush, Ricky, was in town, and he's bringing Spank, which is Snoop's kid, to Benjamins because they're doing the merch for him. So, which is basically Benjamin. Okay, now if you pull those shirt pictures up there, Mark.
He's enjoying the music as much as he would a Nuggets game right now.
Cool. See that shirt?
You motherfucker,
I want you to
Mark.
pull those shirt photos up that I sent you.
No, he's not even listening to us. The
So
fuckhead.
Benjamin.
No, he was listening to the music.
So Benjamin made some like tie-dye cowboy shirts, which are pretty dope. So there's all sorts of things. That's one.
I would've worn
that's
that.
like part of a series. Like there's some tie-dye bits, and then there's some other ones that are more like there you go. Those are from Stetson. And,
Those are dope.
And so they're making them for the rodeo out there. So the rodeo's going
the
off.
denim is tie-dyed. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty sick, right?
Big fan.
Yeah.
So
shout out to
Benjamin because he managed to get Daniel and Wade a shirt, and supposedly you and me a shirt, and Willie tomorrow a triple XL. So Willie will be finally have a new shirt because he's going to be all sweaty and needing him one, right?
I'll surprise him with it. Is it around?
I don't know yet. I have to find Daniel. If you see Daniel, ask him because he's got it. So we definitely we'll have it for tomorrow though.
Cool.
Before the performance. You don't want to give it to him now. He'll start wearing it.
No.
He'll get all
He's-
wrecked.
we
I
got
caught it
t-
on the chair and then
we
ripped
got
off
time.
the arm. You're like,
We got
Willie,
time.
Willie, what did you do? Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. And it's kind of a cool combo though, right? Like cowboy, it's like psychedelic cowboys, like kind of perfect ride in a weird way.
Very much so. No, it's what's
There's
going on.
always a guy like that, kind of like Miles almost. Miles.
I just want to get
Miles is a
Cowboy?
psychedelic cowboy.
Kinda.
I mean, I live out in the
He's a
country.
psychedelic something.
He's a psychedelic something. That's
I
what-
don't know if I could
psychedelic.
see Miles really on, a horse.
No.
I'm just not. It just.
Maybe a
I'm
bull
not
roll.
seeing you as a horse type. I see you kind of like the way. What's his name? Who is the football player who was in Blazing Saddles? Who rode it? Mongo.
I call myself the plant medicine.
Rode in
guy.
on a
I-
fucking oxen.
fuck
With the
with
big
ox.
fucking horns. That's what I can
Like a
see you
water
riding
buffalo.
on. Real. That was it.
I fuck with the water buffalo.
Yeah. What was his name? Come on, somebody tell me. Who?
Don't
Mongo.
come to my bungalow
Huh?
and tell me how to water my
Football
plants,
player's
okay?
name.
You got it
Don't
right.
come.
The actor.
No, what was the actor? He was a football player. John Matuzak. No?
Yeah, that's it.
Was it him?
Yeah,
no.
totally, dude,
No, that
100%.
wasn't him. John Matuzak was Sloth.
100%,
Right?
dude.
You suck, Mark. Listen to your fucking music.
Let's
You
give
know
some
what?
shout-
I require him to put both headphones on.
let's give,
You're not DJing right now. Put your
give-
headphones on, Mark.
Let's give Taking Tops a shout out, of course.
Oh, fuck yeah.
For being the man.
Hey,
as
Tops.
Water my
Shout out, taking time.
Yeah.
Applause for the Waco kid.
It was Stephen McMichael.
No, it
They
wasn't.
got to come, but didn't.
I said Mongo football.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, Mongo
Come on.
from
Come on.
Blazing
You got it.
Saddles.
Shout
Mongo
out to who
football.
Else? We got, shout
Mongo
out to
football.
Dabex, of course. Shout out to Canada. We already did that. Shout out to Joseph's. Already did that. NF Seeds, of course. Theo did that. And Crush Grinders, which we are in the
Yeah,
booth.
thank you, Crush.
We'll give those out tomorrow to some of our contestants.
And really, congratulations
Alex
to
Karras.
Dabex.
Oh, Tim-
Alex Karras.
So
that was
Tim
it.
from Bio365 had a fucking. Did you hear about that?
No, what happened?
They completely lost his booth.
What?
He shipped it from like Vegas, and they're supposed to be here, and it's like it just says, "Oh yeah, delivered." And he's like, "To where?" Like I don't like not to the place it's supposed to be. It's one of those like, "Oh God."
So that's interesting because Jin
Yeah.
had his entire booth stolen, I was told.
I can imagine.
Everything in his booth, all of the displays, all of the lights, everything.
Stolen by who?
Like
Or by where?
the show ends, okay, and
Here?
No, in Vegas, and you either have to use their union to break down the thing. There's certain things you can do, certain things you can't do.
So rough.
And I don't know if they didn't follow the rules or whatever it was, but they left their booth. They went to dinner to come back to break it down, and it was gone. So what the fuck?
That sucks.
Yeah, we heard that from Mateo at breakfast the next morning. Maybe they found out that I wouldn't say, but yeah, who the hell knows?
Maybe some shit. NF.
Wait, no, that's mine.
So what's the plan
That's
after we
yours.
do shout-outs? Are we gonna do
Contaminate. Whoop, bloop, bloop.
Didn't they do that one the very
There's
first
no
year?
chance that you don't have what I have and I don't have what you have. I mean, it just,
Making
So
out
what's the
over here.
plan?
We're
Are we
making
gonna
fun.
do shout-outs and then
I-
we're gonna
yeah,
do
Shout out to obviously we're not gonna do like.
We don't need to run through the regular. They understand. We thank them all.
Apothecary's been here hanging out. We're gonna shout out to Ozo Coffee for keeping my machine alive and all the coffee talk we did. We did a lot of coffee talk.
Done deal 23. If you go to Ozo
Coffee, major miracle show. You didn't know about the miracle, did you? You didn't listen.
We can put up Ozo Coffee, and if you're listening here in Oklahoma, they will ship to you. Done deal 23 in the promo
Well,
code.
first off,
Shout out
serving
to
Ozo Coffee.
Oh, right
Shout
there.
out to Moses.
Wait,
Keeping it alive.
Shout out. Did you call him? Check that in.
Smoking Moses running
he's
Viper Pit Barbecue over at
He might be watching the show.
Shout out to you, Moses.
So
Hope
check
Moses keeping it alive.
I've already talked to like 3 people out here because it's like, just to see, like, oh, we have a cafe in Denver. Like, we do barbecue. Really? I do barbecue. I was like, I know everybody does barbecue.
You know what
That's
we do.
Oklahoma. You do barbecue. We get it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we do.
Yeah.
You're like coming to their turf.
I just say I don't eat meat, and they go like, "What?"
Oh.
I don't even eat meat.
There's a vegetarian guy with a barbecue place in Denver.
It's the best.
Viper Pit Barbecue at Soho Cafe.
Should be in Boulder.
Check it out.
Thanks,
Ozo
Coffee.
Ozo Coffee. We use it for all the rubs down there. We brought it on the road.
Done deal 23, 20% off, free shipping. You're gonna love this coffee. It's like the
Honduras right now, organic Honduras.
right, but it's like buying seeds from you guys. It's just the creme de la creme of single source, single strain bean, processed correctly.
Oh shit!
Done deal 23 at ozocoffee.com.
Oh, getting all coffeed out now. I need some coffee.
Buildasoil.com.
Oh, I've hyped up so much Build a Soil today too. I'm like, every time I go, oh, you grow organically, and the people go, like, yeah, and I'm like, you ever heard of Build a Soil? They go, no. I go, how could you be organic grower and not know about Build a Soil? Dude, come on.
Because you're stupid.
Because you don't really. You're just talking like they grow. Whoa, stupid. Oh,
You're just educated.
Mr. Fucking.
You didn't give a name. You just gave a generalization of someone who doesn't know.
Multiple people said they grow organically.
On today's
I
episode,
asked every single one of them, do you know Build a Soil? They said no. I hyped them up. I said call. I did the commercial like 10 times a day, dude, in live.
Buildasoil.com.
And I pointed at Miles. 855 soil.
I love my.
It's right down the street from Miles. You can go if you get there. You call Miles up and say, "Dude, I'm here. Let's do this." And he'll come hang out.
Yo tip. Thank you.
Do not smoke.
Has anybody ever
unless
told
got
you you
yo
look
tip.
exactly like Al Pacino?
We will not smoke with you unless you got your tip.
GreenFarmsMed.com.
I got some really good rosin carts from him actually. Like I was like, well, I forgot the name. They're from Colorado.
JB.
Yeah, from J-Dub.
Dope.
And they were actually, it's funny because the girl Callie who works there, all she smokes is rosin carts, that sort of thing. And she's like, and I was like, oh, just get me some green dots because that's always a good, go safe. That's like safe. I said, yeah, just let's get those things going or something. Let's try one of those. And he goes, oh well, she told me that this is the right one, and she gave it to me. And I was like, and it's weird because like, if you right away out of the gate, it's like you're thinking it's nasally or something. I don't know. But then all of a sudden, I was like, it started kicking in. I was like, dude, this is fire. Like it was on point. People, they definitely figured out good rosin carts now that actually don't get all fucked. Because in the beginning, they were like a nightmare. You like waste half of them, and they seemed to not.
They started tasting bad halfway through.
Yeah, they were just like weird. Like they didn't. Everything separated and waxed up real quick, so you got this weird like. Oh no, these like stayed pretty without bullshit in it. Because most of the time it's like disty or some bullshit. And you're like, oh, this is all bullshit.
Yeah, garbage.
Did I mention bullshit like 15 times? Anyway, fire, rosin.
Greenbros.com.
So these guys really, they did us a solid. We gave a tour to a whole bunch of people who enjoy listening to us. They
make the best. They make quality, stuff. It's all just real stuff.
You should have seen this joint rolling machine. Holy fucking shit! It was like fine tuning an engine. Yeah. Okay, there are pistons everywhere and diodes, and you can dial it in, man.
Look at that thing.
And it was just so amazing. So if you go to greenbroswithaz.com,
okay, we're thinking about this thing.
You get 5% off this by just mentioning you heard about it on the show, but you get 10% off the harvest bucket, which really everybody should have. All you need to do is bring your own bucket and drill, and you're a trimmer. You're like 3 guys. It's the holy roller. I mean, it's so cool. You really use it in an air-conditioned room to keep all the parts at one temperature.
Sure.
It's the shit.
The dust is going to be kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, it is the shit. Greenbros.com with a Z.
That's really tight, that one, compared to the original one.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Fancy pants.
Schmancy.
Apothecary Farms.
Oh, well, what can we say?
Speaking of SHO carts, I'm rocking the sour papaya by them, and it's really good too.
Sour papaya.
It's very nice.
This is a sour papaya runts.
Oh.
It's very nice.
Apothecary Farms. Thank you. Dabx.com.
Dabx
Get the done deal.
for us.
So, you know what? I get a phone call a day before I left. Daniel says, I want to get 75 Dabx Goes shipped to Tulsa by Thursday. Now, granted, it was Tuesday. All right? They got them shipped to Tulsa. We did 75 of them shipped there in all the VIP bags. Nice. So everybody who's a VIP here at the Cowboy Cup is going home with a Dabx Go.
Which is pretty huge.
Yeah. So you go to dabx.com, you enter Done Deal at checkout, you get 20% off. That means you get to go for $240 shipped to your house. But, you know, we don't talk about it enough, though. The Rocket is just like, it really should be called the Go, because you take it on the go. But it
Do we not talk about this enough?
The Rocket?
The name switch? I think we talked about that.
I know, but I dig it.
But I'm pandering.
What a great
It's
what
never
a
gonna
great company.
change.
A
We
great
already
company.
asked. We begged.
But here's what gets even better. This tool, with the exception of the fact that the cap should be magnetic to the back of this,
It's not.
This is the most amazing thing. It has a light. It pre-warms. It goes hot right away. You can load a glop on there. You know, great little pro. It's called the Pro Tool. You can go to their website. They just released it.
Also, the
You can
new cleaning kit is pretty awesome.
I haven't got to use mine yet because I got all nervous.
I don't have mine yet because I couldn't carry it on.
Oh yeah, it's true too. I didn't bring it home.
Well, they make their own cleaning kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you can just screw this little. See this little, the stem.
Yeah.
You can just screw it into the top of this cap, and you put it in there, and you don't even have to touch it basically, and it just.
Oh my God, that's
shake
amazing!
around the alcohol, and then put it back in. Wash it.
Interesting.
With some water, and then put it back into your Dabx.
Fancy, no touching.
And she's fancy. No
Dabx.com. Get the done deal.
Dabx.com.
14 or Boulder, shout out.
I was looking for it later.
14 or Boulder, enter Done Deal at checkout. You get 10% off your pre-order. Their Garden Select is fucking amazing.
It's the bomb.
How about the fact that I showed this rosin to the chief extraction artist at Apothecary, and he loved it. He even called it earlier. He said, got a good citrus smell. And what's it called? Citrus Fluff.
What is
14er rosin.
It was live on
proper.
camera.
They're always proper.
Yeah.
You can
just
rewind it and see that.
What an
Truth,
amazing
that
company.
shit.
The flower is so on point. They grow everything themselves. In fact, anything you buy there, they grew. They don't sell anyone else's. The only thing you will find is that they use Apothecary to process their own flower into rosin and BHO. 14erboulder.com.
We have Taken Tops Cannabis.
Greatest moment of my life!
Love this guy. TakenTopsCannabis.com.
Sorry. There we go.
You'll go to his Discord channel. I mean, the kid has really stepped up. He just knows his shit.
Also,
he knows
Facebook,
how to.
Duncan Dabbers. He has a group on there, Duncan Dabbers. That's Michael Jordan dabbing from the free throw line.
There you go.
I think they're doing pretty good with that, right?
Dude, yeah, it grew pretty quickly, and it's a cool group too. Like
it's like 1,000 kids. Or something.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. So, TakenTopsCannabis.com. If you go to his link tree, there's all kinds of ones. Check out his Discord. HortitechDirect.com.
Oh, these guys make fire greenhouses. They're double walled. All of your mechanics are on the interior wall, so nothing can be affected by the elements. We interviewed a grower from North Dakota who told us that they had a 3-day wind and snowstorm where it was minus 70 degrees for 3 full days, with winds excess of 60 miles an hour, and it was 72 degrees in his grow. So that speaks for itself. So you go to HortitechDirect.com, you speak with any of their sales reps there. Just tell them you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show. You're not buying a $30,000 greenhouse off of a website, okay? Tell them you heard about it on the show. You're going to get 5% off your order and 6 trim brushes. That's just the coup de grace. So if you were debating it, the brushes should throw you over the edge. I got that negotiated.
$30,000.
Terpwipes.com/done-deal. It's all you need to do. The discount is calculated. Get the subscription.
But it is information that you should
Bio365.com.
Sorry about Bio365 and your booth, guys, but you know what the beauty is? They can have a pallet of soil shipped to you anywhere in the country. So if you are
They should have
growing,
just shipped a bunch of soil here and made a booth out of it.
they should have.
That's
but
what
you
I
know
would have done.
Couch.
That
A
might not have
couch
taken
made
too
of
long
bags
to.
of soil.
Build a couch out of. I did that before.
Build a couch soil.
Slept on them before. Yeah, bag of soil.
Bio
Ship my pants,
360
you
build a
kidding?
couch.
You can ship your pants right here.
So you go to
Build a whole booth
bio365.com, you take a look at everything they're doing, and then you send an email to Tim at bio365, and he'll take care of you.
That's right.
So I missed Adam. He was going to come by the house and drop off Nut CBD to me.
Squeeze that
No,
craziness
no,
into you.
CBD.
Oh man, I have XLs in the car.
You got Yo-Tip XLs?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have it right here.
Wanty. Me wanty.
Me wanting now.
Me wanty.
I'll get you
You're
some.
gonna love my nuts.
So you go to numbnutsco.com, enter Dunn Deal at checkout, 20% off anything they sell. If you're a medical patient in Colorado, you can find their 1,000 milligram THC peanut butter at all of those dispensaries after you click the Find Our Nuts button. If you live in Breckenridge, BreckenridgeOrganicTherapy.com, Dunn Deal at checkout, 10% off your order. If you're standing in the waiting room, tell people about it. They love you to do that.
SunscapeLED.com. SunscapeLED.com.
You need lights for your grow. Everybody does. This technology was developed in China by our friend Jin. It comes from the mining industry. It is the highest safety standards next to water, like if you're going to be in a hot tub. They don't fail. The failure rate, as we know, is better than 1 in 1,000. You call up. You're not gonna buy these off of their website. You're gonna call me and tell me you heard about it on the Adam Dunn Show, and you're gonna get 5% off your order.
JeromeBaker.com.
Oh wait, what can you say about Jerome Baker? He
This
saves the
guy.
day.
Shout out
as
to these
usual.
We had a
guys.
good time last week because hanging out in their studio.
Thank you to Andrew. Thank you to
Enjoyed
Jim.
that
Thank you
show.
to Jason.
Oh man, Jen. Basically,
Well, let's say
it's
thank you to
Jen,
Pizzicalis.
Jason, it's Jen, Jason,
The studio.
Jordan,
Jordan, for sure.
It's the 3 J's.
Yeah.
And then you got Cowboy holding it down, and then and that's pretty much. It's like a bare bone. He's rocking with
There
a
was
pretty
one
small
more guy
crew.
that couldn't be there, so shout out to the guy that actually.
That was
blew it for
Andrew.
us.
That was Andrew. Andrew.
No, the guy that blew it for us.
Oh, that guy. No, he had a different kid who actually
Yeah.
came in and made that. Yeah. Do you remember his name? That kid. Yeah.
That kid.
That kid.
Whatever his name was.
What up? Hey kid, you did good.
Shout out to the
You created the most amazing thing ever that now Miles will talk about to infinity.
Did an amazing.
He'll be like,
amazing
remember that
job.
time with the Cowboy Cup? And I. So he had that moment.
You should like.
It's hands down the best show to come along in years.
Something where you like sit in that chair and they like pull you up with a crane up into the air. So while you're doing it, you're like way up in the sky or something, swinging around in the wind, and then like.
Sounds like a great idea. No, you know. Okay,
So wait, hold on a second. Let me just work this through for everybody out there who might not have heard. Miles wants the nitrous assisted DabX
6
rocket
foot
challenge, 6 foot,
bong.
5 foot Jerome Baker bong. You want us to be elevated.
Like at the yo-yo.
I think like you get it ready and load
Wait,
it up.
Vinny's gonna have a yo-yo on.
No,
you.
that ride called the
Like a
yo-yo.
crane.
Yeah.
Like
you
a
go
crane.
up.
Is that a fat joke?
Is it? I'm fat too, so if it is,
So
we're
do I
in it
have?
together.
So I guess I should. If you want me to go back to the first thing that I did, which was a smoking sort of ride in an idea, because I always had that kind of concept, like, yeah, you want to put your head inside of something or do something stupid, right? So I always thought, so I had a barn behind my house, right? I had a barn behind the house. I had 2 barns. I had a small barn and the big barn. And the small barn was like where they kept like maybe goats and stuff. It was like really small, like maybe sheep, maybe a couple sheep and goats. But it had a double. It had like a. I created like a second layer, right? Like it went in one side, so one side is open, and one side is like I closed it off, and I built like a second level, and then I put a ladder up to it, and I went around to. This is back when everybody was building skate ramps, right? So there was like old forts, skate ramps. Like we lived in like a little island area. There was like spots I would cruise around, and I knew where there was wood, so I loaded up some wood, bring it to my place. And my place was like a patchwork of tree fort style, right? And here, well, that's hash, right? Yeah.
Not rosin, just old school.
Old school, yeah. No, anyway, so I was like, I had my little patchwork thing, and I had a bunch of people coming over and hanging out, and we were getting all high and sitting upstairs, and like people would come up and like, dude, yep, Adam's in the barn, right? So I like had this little spot, and I remember I stole like one of those signs from the bus stops, you know, those like see-through fucking plastic sign things. And then I put a light behind it, and I had it in my spot, and it was turning into my club. This is gonna be my club. Like I was like totally down.
Clubhouse dope.
And so classic. So at one point I still have the radio too. I had this boom box, which is like I made a checkerboard. I cut out black and white, made checkerboard on it, and like it's at the fucking. It's at the studio, right?
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah, it's at the studio, and it had like a keyboard that came out of it, right? And you could play the keyboard on it, and I was like. My kid took it all apart and fucking ruined it. But anyway, that part was like ridiculous. It was like a boombox with a keyboard, and so what I did is it had a reverb on it, right? So you could fucking play with this little reverb thing. So I would make people. So I made this thing which it looked like a okay, so it kind of looked like a coffin. It wasn't really a coffin, but it was kind of like a coffin. It was a big fucking thing that you would lay inside of, right? And then you close the door, so it's kind of like a coffin, but it had like a. But I took some ski boots, and I bolted them to the bottom of it, right? So you have these giant size 12 ski boots or whatever, and then you put your feet inside of there and clamp them down. And then I had a bar behind it, which was like a piece of steel, like a fence pole thing, right? And I mounted like clamps all in the back, right? And so I made it so you could like kind of get it at the edge, and then somebody could go outside and you'd lay inside of it, and you put on a gas mask, and I have a foot pump from a Zodiac foot pump.
What?
And so you take the Zodiac foot pump, and then I would.
It's Adam fucking Dunn. Come on.
I put the joint in a power hitter.
So
right?
surprised.
I took a power hitter apart, and I put the Zodiac foot pump to the bottom of the power hitter, and then I took the power hitter open, put a joint inside of it, and then I put a tube from the top of the power hitter up to a gas mask. I put on the gas mask, and I used the foot pump, and I pumped the fucking smoke with my foot like.
I took the gas mask out of my car before we came.
And then I'd get like the thing going crazy, and I'd be like, all right, I think I've almost achieved like maximum smoke. But then I was like, no. You got to lay down in this coffin with the gas mask. Somebody else pumps the foot pump, right? And so I would flip people upside down. There goes some noise. I'd flip people upside down, and I had this one friend. I had a guy named Sam Broadhurst, which I found him online, and so I could probably call him up one day and say, "Hey, Sam, explain the
we
time."
We are marketing geniuses on the Adam Dunn Show.
Explain the time when I put you in the coffin and upside down, right? So anyway, he was like this big redheaded kid who was a biker, kid of a biker, so he loved weed. He got inside of it. We flipped him upside down. We flipped him back. And he was like so. And what it was funny was when he flipped upside down. When he was flipped upside down, I could totally remember the moment. Right, it was even funnier because I had a friend of mine named Scott Davis who was with me, and we were both working like we were like working the mic and working the reverb, and I was talking and we were singing songs to this guy as smoke was coming towards him.
Singing him tripped out songs while this was all going.
Yeah, and we were like going like, here comes.
This is supposed to be fun.
We were doing. Here comes the sun, but we were doing. Here comes the smoke. And we were doing as it and then we'd like as it came down the tube, it got nastier and nastier because it was so far. It went like from you all the way up to the top of the
stale.
Oh, it was so gross. And it was like bad joints, at the time because it was like I was living in Rhode Island, so I was probably smoking some shitty swag at the time. Some fucking like wasn't like I always had kind weed. The only time I had.
If you just put that shit on a crane and had you swinging around up there in the sky while you were throttling yourself with nitrous.
Throttling yourself, that sounds great.
So you basically want Vinny to be up there.
So was any of
the other foot, like the one foot
It's
pedal
got pedals like a car.
The other pedal hits the Davex when you need to
hit
the Davex. The one pedal hits the throttle.
I think I even said like, "Are you higher than you've ever been in your life?"
What?
Like, what are you pointing?
And then you're up in the sky and you can just totally just do it yourself
Like,
until
you
the
could,
Davex
like the
is run
gas, the gas for hitting the button.
Yeah.
Somehow go do with the gas pedal and then with the brake pedal.
Anytime I hear it does not make sense to me. I'm like thinking
you push harder and it opens harder and you take off.
You just have to put a limiter on the reality. Like once you let it off totally, it's closed off, and as you push it in, it just goes more and more.
That's easy.
That's not hard, dude.
To bring us back around, was any of that done?
And then just don't.
What are we doing?
To make the foot pedal
I'll have it by
so
Sunday.
that the gas runs.
We'll have it by
I
next
trust
Friday's
Adam.
Show. No, it's
gonna
by
work.
next Friday's show. We'll have it ready.
It's gonna be working.
Yeah, I
Okay.
totally trust Adam. No problem.
Was any of that done with a Jerome Baker bong?
It was.
It sure was,
everybody.
guys.
Jerome Baker.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Jerome Baker Designs.
Dream Factory.
That shit
JeromeBaker.com.
works though.
Check it out.
Dream Factory, Las Vegas.
Let's go
Seeds
rip it
here
right
now.
Seeds here now.
No,
Don't forget about
no.
Seeds here now. James Bean, man on the scene. His crew. It's so funny because he's got like the guys who like are the I wouldn't say nerdy, but they definitely are like the kind of like super weed nerd guys.
Right,
and then
right.
it's funny because when I get here every time, it's like I always ask the same thing. James Bean, is he here? 30 minutes. They say 30 minutes he's coming. I'm like, yeah.
He wasn't feeling well, so he didn't come down to that.
Okay, because I tried like 4 times to go back to
Thank
see
you
him.
for that. We appreciate that.
Yeah, but they have a booth, right?
They do. He's
have
got
a
his
booth.
team here.
No, I
Well,
guess
yeah,
I
La Plata is here
Yeah,
with them. I
for
told them.
sure.
I told people
He
to come.
doesn't want to.
He does. He doesn't.
Listen, if he did, he'd be here.
Welcome to Seeds Here
I'm the
Now.
only one
December
that
is
sees
upon
it.
us, and we're celebrating the
'Cause it's
holiday
about
season
teamwork.
with tons of incredible deals. Every order secures a free Gush Mints Fem 1
not
pack.
reading it all.
Plus, enjoy 25% off on all Bog Seeds and mint flavored strains all month long. Don't miss our Christmas Eve spectacular, December 24th, Boxing Day Bonanza, December 26th, and New Year's Eve countdown, December 31st. Shop new strains here. SeedsHereNow.com.
SeedsHereNow.com.
And go buy a hoodie. I mean, Dave ponied up and got a hoodie.
Yeah.
Look at that. You know? So I think that you can.
It's so cool. You know, it's changed the whole way I have to pack for a trip.
I want to get one
Not
of those
that you're
jackets.
going to.
I've been looking at the XL black one, but I don't know if it'll fit me.
AdamDunnShow.com. Don't enter Done Deal at checkout. There's no Done Deal at
Space
the
not getting crazy, or is it still
No
sounds-
one's angry about it.
No,
no one's complained about it because
We can do Patreon now.
we're on.
No, the only thing I heard was the little cart thing go by.
I think what we should do is if we go onto Patreon, we should go down to the booth and then someone.
Oh,
just
great
mark
idea.
it, 'cause I-
Great
Oh
idea.
yeah,
And
you
then
guys
we
are gonna
can
zoom
take
in.
race car
Yes.
rips
I'm just gonna
Because we
do it.
have great internet.
Hell
Let's
yeah,
give
dude.
this a shot.
So come on, if you were ever on
try
the
it.
fence,
We're gonna try it.
spend $1.05 on us.
I think
Oh,
we,
right
we
now,
have
go
to.
to
$5 on
Patreon,
us,
you
dude.
fucking
Yeah.
cheap
Buy a
son of
hoodie.
bitches.
This would be awesome.
But go to Patreon instead if you're yeah.
We'll
If
see you
you're
guys
not
next week.
listening
Oh,
now,
we're doing
if
this
not
cheap.
on the Patreon.
All right, everybody talk at the same time, please. Now,
sorry.
go, ready, go.
We'll see you.
Patreon.
We'll see you next week if you're cheap ass.
Man, I hate this
But
job
however-
for real. I do too. When you gonna quit? Shit, I'm gonna quit the same day you quit. Matter of fact, when you put your 2 weeks in, let me see the paper so I can write on the back. Me too. I got you.
Wow.
If you're in
Everyone's
Denver, go
quitting.
hit up So
Vinny
High.
and
They
Mark
got
are quitting
food.
it together. That's what he's saying right now.
$1.05. See you guys. Love you.
$1.05.
We would never quit.
Okay, wait a minute. Next week. Wait.
Patreon.
Next week. What's going down? Big stuff.
We're in Colorado.
I got
We're gonna have the foot
Good.
pedal,
Oh yeah, foot pedal. There you go. I knew something was
and
happening.
it's pre-Christmas.
We almost forgot. Oh, it's the one
Christmas.
show. One show before
Happy
Christmas? No,
Hanukkah
it's
to my
two.
Jewish
One or
brothers.
Two
What?
shows. We have
What?
two more shows
Hanukkah today.
and then Christmas, right?
Today?
Shomer
Yep.
Shabbat.
How close to Christmas
And it's
is our
Shabbos.
second show? What's our day? Can you look at
Well,
the
you want me to
calendar?
look at a calendar?
Okay, hold on.
My
I got
God, that guy.
calendar.
So
Next
if
week-
you're here,
Wait, are
come
you?
down to our booth and you can join for a 6
Nobody ever
foot
told me
long
numbers.
challenge.
Did we ever figure out what the number of our booth was?
What's the challenge?
See, they've already moved on. I already
You're
pulled
the
up
guy with all the
calendar.
stickler for
Just find all the balloons.
It's
So-
in the
No
back
balloons.
of the
No
fucking.
balloons.
We have
what's
the
the tent
15th.
called?
No balloons.
It's in the bricks tent in the
15,
back.
Back of the
22nd.
bricks tent.
Oh,
The
22nd.
cool
That's right
balloon
before.
mural
There you
thing.
go.
And
That's
then we
really
have the
cool.
29th. Are we doing New Year's? What are we doing?
Oh, yeah, that's a good day.
That's
Let's
a
talk
Monday
about it
night.
on Patreon. You know fuckers who don't want to pay the $1.05.
Oh,
you don't
get to
hear
know.
it.
No, they don't get to know.
Oh, if
No.
you want to know, you pay.
Oh, if you
$1.05.
want
Now
to
you're
know
in the know.
details, yeah. So
That's
you're
right.
giving away all the good stuff.
Let's
and
monetize the good stuff,
you
Vinny.
fucked up. You gave away all the
$1.
good shit right away. Now we got nothing.
I'm in big fucking trouble, man. I'm coming to your house.
Yeah.
Say goodnight to your beautiful wife, Cece.
But she's dying. We're rocking right now. She's at the booth.
Let's
Things are
go.
happening. We're gonna go down there and check it out. So
Cowboy Cup.
come on down and hang
Shout
out
out
with
to
her.
Daniel,
me,
everybody.
and
Cowboy Cup.
Kyle, of course, and the crew. Kyle and the crew.
Look at that.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Take care. Bing bang bang. Bing bang bang.
Every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing.
Me?
Want you to smoke the natural herb.
Sweet.
Some call it marijuana.
Sweet.
Some call it sesame.
Sweet.
Some call it lamb's bread.
The tea.
And some people call it.
But I'm more torrent, using way too many napkins, papkins, lapkins and japkins. You using chapstick and napkins while I'm papkin, flapping around like a papkin, flap.